Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, 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 every day.
Get in the ring, nigga. Get in the ring, swing. Get in the ring, swing. Get in the ring, swing. Get in the ring, nigga. What up, boys? I'm back in the ring, American dream, just me and my team, the Florida boys, shout out to King. Another money grab with the Wu-Tang cream, raw tea with the flow, as King got mean. From a small town called Fresh, off a bitch niggas ass niggas ever think of calling out me. Okay, my lid's low, but then lid's low. You know it started out piss po. Nothing like yo kin folks, fuck Nike, I do it like this. I got all the belts, young Glitchco, if you want smoke, flame on. The only problem with that, homes, you got a glass jaw and I'm Roy Jones. Speak on my name, let me find out. Border wars, blow your lights out. Mano a mano, we grind out. Throw in the towel, no calling the time. Flipping niggas call over, I'm the new Earl Spence. Top rank diet, niggas still sitting on the bench. Left jab, left hook, right hook, got a glitch. Vaseline all on me, so they blame it on the drip. I've got an unorthodox style, new for your mans. And shout out to Jimma, shout out to Francis. All of my competition touch the canvas. Most of them going home in ambulances. Beat all the odds, still taking chances. Knocking you weak ass fighters out your stances. Locate the sponsors, I need advances. Ali Boumaye, that boy dance.
Yeah, ain't no more talking now. Ain't no more trainers, ain't no more promoters. Can't call yourself no champ, man, if you can't come through me. Get your ass in the ring and swing, man.
Niggas just over there trolling, they don't want no smoke. Better have a heart, thinking I'm a joke. Ain't shit to talk about, but your herd is low. Get your ass in the ring, swing. Get in the ring, swing.
Get in the ring, swing. Get in the ring, swing. Get in the ring, swing.
What's good? Get in the ring, swing. Get in the ring.
Border Wars, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome back, everybody, to another Border Wars episode. Border Wars 10, Florida. 63 days out, officially 8 weeks out. So all you trainers, you got 8 weeks and 3 days, I believe, to whip your fighters into the best possible fighting condition known to man. Prepare them for hand-on-hand combat, huh? I'm excited, actually, man. Very excited. A lot to talk about. Let's start first with the petition of 3-2 Eric Cruz. Eric Cruz is from Irving, Texas. He has participated in Border Wars a total of 5 times, and he is petitioning to fight with Jordan Baker, and he wants it to be for a title. Yep. Jordan Baker offered him the fight, and Eric Cruz countered with an offer to the commission to have it be for a title at 168 pounds. And I'm not sure whether it will be approved, but it can. I mean, no one has the experience of an Eric Cruz, so that's a knock against him, and a checked box in his favor, right? Because when the commission is considering whether or not the fight is worthy of a title, they have to consider the opponent. And Cruz having 5 fights, having participated 5 times in Border Wars, there could be a member of the panel of the committee that feels maybe Jordan Baker is a little in over his head, right? Maybe saying Cruz is too experienced. I see Anthony Edwards saying for an eliminator. Now, the only issue with the eliminator is that there are a few other people in that division that could be worthy of a title shot. Robert the Genius is 2-0 in the 168-pound division. And Mitty is last ranked at 168. But I figured, again, talking to these gentlemen, I said, well, if you go down the line, Mitty isn't going to be able to come, right? So he's going to get passed over. Rob was the next in line. So the fight between him and Jordan was, in fact, going to be for an eliminator to decide a champion in that division. But Robert indicated a few days ago that he can no longer participate at 168, that he's looking to fight at 175. He just doesn't think he's going to make it in time. So he's out of that elimination bout, leaving Jordan Baker there alone. Hence, Jordan, not even considering or thinking of eliminations, just said, hey, fuck it, man. I just want someone that the Border Wars family knows. I don't want to beat someone that no one knows or fight someone that I want to beat and fight someone they know that at least is coming off of a win. You got to love these young guys, huh? He wants someone coming off of a win. I said, damn, champ. Let's get you a tune-up, man. Let's check out that leg. Make sure everything is good to go before you jump in there with the lions and tigers that are Eric Cruz. He's like, no, make the fight, man. Make the fight. So that's where we are. We're announcing the possibility of Eric Cruz and Jordan Baker. And whether or not it is a title shot is completely up to the community. We'll take it to the commission. I'm sure we'll do a poll and we'll see what happens. Esteban Anguliano, what is up, my friend? Hey, I hope you heard me talking about you last week, brother. I really like the way you look. Wait, so you want to fight Man, but Man's 175, champ. I thought you said you was 160. Talk to me. Talk to me, Esteban, because I like the way you look, man. I think you and Mitty down the line, we could build that. Y'all both got that nice technical skill, at least on camera. You look technically very sound. Your movement looks very good. Now, obviously, we know the level of opposition that you're sparring with. That's why you look so good, because it's evident that you're on a different level from those guys. Your moves could be seen a mile away compared to them. But damn, now you're telling me you're down for 175. Esteban, hit me up on Patreon. Send me your phone number, and if you got a Skype, send me your Skype, and let's talk, man. I wanna definitely lock your fight in. That's another thing you guys need to do. You guys need to definitely remember that it is deadline time. It is deadline time. January 31st, it's deadline. Fees need to be paid. Your fight needs to be match made. You don't want to be on the outside looking in. I mean, I'm just being honest. We are in a position right now where we have over 20 fights That means over 40 fighters. So we can do with losing 10, even 15 of those fights, just so that we're not there 20 hours in the gym recording, you know what I mean? So we're fully sponsored, so it's not about participants, you know? I'm just being real. I don't need your money. So it's more about first come, first serve. Who paid, who's ready, whose fight is match made. And it's a race to pay. There's going to be goodie bags again, you know? We haven't announced anything, but bigger than the last one, without a doubt. Honestly, way bigger than the last one. I mean, when we lock in this particular deal, and we do get to announce it, you guys will be completely pleased. It will soon become worth anyone's while to sign up. And I think this one is going to be I guess it can't be the catalyst, because the catalyst was the last one, but you know, I guess this one sets the bar, in my opinion, from what it looks like we will be receiving. But if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Esteban says he's down for Man Man. Now, I think, did I send you Man Man's footage? Because maybe that's why you're saying that, right? Maybe I sent you Man Man. I know I sent Man Man's footage to somebody, but I can't even get a hold of Man Man, only through Facebook. He sent me a number that it doesn't seem to be working. So I need to communicate with him. Now, I don't want you giving away that many pounds, man. So like I said, hit me up so that we can have a conversation. I see you sent me an email. He said, I don't know who Man Man is or how much he weighs, looks like, or anything. But I like the name, and that's who I want to fight. My last amateur was 154, but I'm willing to fight at up to 175. Damn. 175, you know, I got a better name for you, man. Hector Munoz. He has a fighter that, you know, is going to have some decent experience because he's trained by Hector Munoz. Maybe you want that fight. Maybe that's a bigger name. I also got another fighter at 175, I think. Mexican style. He's trained by Carlos, who was our videographer. So yeah, I didn't know you can go that high. At 175, no, we don't have, at 175, Ant took his fight. Damn, at 175, I think, 175, we got I don't know, this is your first fight. So I don't know if you want this. Sean Mission Impossible Jones, his fight got canceled due to personal reasons on the behalf of his opponent. So he's available. No, damn, that's not 175, that's 190. My bad. Yeah, I mean, we got Man, and we got like three 175 pounders. And I think you're too experienced for Jordan, and then you don't qualify, you know, because I'm sure Cruz would fight you for the belt, but like, you know, you don't meet the criteria, even though you meet the criteria, right? Because you're like 4 fights in, what? You know, 7 fights. You got 7 fights. You're 4-3. So yeah. But moving on. Hit me up, man. If you want to fight, hit me up. If you've hit me up and I haven't gotten back to you, hit me up. IG, Patreon. That's how you're gonna get your fight match made and make sure that you are on this card. You know? I was trying to make Jordan versus the other Floridian twin, but Jordan doesn't want to go down. You know, Coach, maybe you need to talk to him because you are neutral in this. But, you know, Jordan's at 163 right now. You know, so it's like, why fight at 168? You're barely training and you're already at 163. Imagine you really turn it up. Even though I guess you could be Manny Pacquiao and just pack on the calories now. Now you can, you know, eat a little more because you're working a little harder. Look at Anthony hating on Jordan, talking about he stops him easy. You better respect Jordan. He got a knockout over a dude, this Fight of the Year candidate, and come back. I mean, his fighter, let me tell you, you're going to hate this, but Chris Vega is higher ranked than Eric Garcia. It's just plain and simple. Chris Vega showed his grit and true, heart. You know, not only did he lose by knockout at the hands of Jordan, but then he came back to improve and to put on a hell of a performance that is really becoming like the poster fight for Border Wars. It's the fight that I said when it's like, yo, what's Border Wars? This is what Border Wars is. Look at this video. That's what it is. Let's go. So, and then Vega, not only did he come back to win, which your opponent never won, champ, but now Vega's like, he's trying to make Border Wars great by challenging a cross-platform fighter. So, yeah, man, you got to respect. You got to respect, man. Chris made a name for himself. It's funny how boxing is, man. You know, funny. Esteban, we're doing Cash App at NestGTO. Cash App at NestGTO. Because you guys just don't know how to use PayPal, man. Y'all be hitting me up and charging me, and I be getting hit with those fees. You know what I'm saying? Nah. I ain't losing $7. But moving on. What else do we got? Esteban, I definitely want to get you on this card, though. We appreciate what it is that you bring, and I can see some beautiful potential matchups with you and some of our other guys at the 60, 68 pound. Listen, honestly speaking, you and Corey is a great fight, but I don't know that you want that fight right away. You know, you got 7 fights, he's got 12 fights, and 13 if you count his Border Wars fight, and he thinks he's pound for pound number 1. Maybe you want to, you know, check him out from the outside looking in before you actually jump in the ring with him. Because if you beat Corey, you know, you put a target on your back and expectations on your shoulders. The minute you beat him, people are going to expect more from you, or they're going to want you versus Mitty, you know? And that's cool if that's what you want, you know? If you feel that you're ready. I think you possibly can be, but it's hard to assess. It's like the Crawford situation, you know? Right now you're looking good, but we don't know your level of opposition. Like, we don't know who those dudes are, and we can tell that those dudes aren't on the level of you. But if you don't want to wait, if you don't want to take the Ness Arum, you know, they like to call me Ness Heyman, but I think I learned that from Bob Arum to develop a fighter properly. If you don't want to wait like Jordan Baker, Jordan doesn't want to wait, I can make that Corey fight. I think you might have the height on Corey because you're 6'1". Corey has fought as low as 140. He's willing to fight at 168, which suits you, you know? And you'll be challenging the shit out yourself. Now, are you ready to challenge yourself? Do you need 1 fight, maybe 2 fights before you challenge the shit out yourself? But you would be challenging yourself because this would be the most qualified fighter you've probably stepped in the ring with. Golden Gloves champion, 12-2 in the amateurs, 1-0 in Border Wars, and already has a following. You know, people super chat and call in about him. So, good fight if you want it. I mean, it's Mitty's fight. That's Mitty's fight to take. But Mitty's on the other side of the pond. I mean, you can always steal that fight. It's what I'm saying. You can steal that fight, and all the attention is on Esteban Anguliano, and they like, this is the guy that's gonna beat Mitty, not that one white boy. Listen, this fight, or rather this fight card is so significant, right? Once upon a time there was, like, even in my division, once upon a time there wasn't heavyweights for me to fight, and once upon a time there wasn't really any competition for Mitty, and now it's like 168 and 160 is where all the smoke is at. Which brings me to for Surefire D, DeMarcus, and that one white boy. That's going to be at 160. And that is the true Mitty division. That is the division that Mitty fights a semi-pro at. And a win in this division for DeMarcus, I mean, I can hear the people chanting mandatory status after a win over Sean Mission Impossible Jones, who now moves up from 75 to 90, gets a big win over Chach the Dad, you know, signed to fight Kendrick the cop that looks like fucking RoboCop. You know, his clout level has risen, you know. So that only makes DeMarcus rise. With everything that Sean does, that win DeMarcus has over him looks better and better. Then White Boy steps in, and he's a great opponent, if not adversary, for DeMarcus, because he's an antagonist. He's egging him on. He's calling him fat, which I think could be a detriment, right? I would rather not motivate my competition, but maybe that's what White Boy wants. Maybe White Boy's into that whole back in the day gladiator shit, and he wants to die in battle, right? Like, it'll be glory for him to have a magnificent fight, win or lose, and that's probably what he's gonna get. DeMarcus is very motivated and only is thinking about destroying White Boy, while White Boy is overly motivated and slightly, I believe he feels underrated. That is my belief. It's not, he hasn't communicated that to me, but you know, we had some words during the live show, and he did not like the fact that if DeMarcus wins, he can be called an automatic mandatory because he meets the criteria. He has 2 wins. And then it's 2 significant wins, right? If he wins. Whereas White Boy would only have the 1 very significant win over DeMarcus, who holds the win over Sean, who holds the win over Chach the Dad. But that doesn't necessarily mean that White Boy meets the criteria of actually having 2 wins or at least 2 fights. So I told him that, you know, while DeMarcus can be called the mandatory, he, White Boy, can at least petition if he were to win. Because it's not like the public isn't going to see the level of caliber opponent that he beat, you know? And that frustrated him. So I think that he's coming to make a statement. He's been wanting Mitty. He wanted Mitty first, and then we kind of told him, you know, you got to get some fights. And then somewhere around the line, that fight was offered to him, and then he didn't take it. I could be wrong too. You know, I smoke some pot. But I tell you one thing, when that fight gets made, you guys are going to love it. Those two, they go back and forth whenever they do go back and forth. So I wonder how that's going to be in the ring, and we'll see. Again, White Boy right now is the unknown, but the unknown checking all the boxes. He's a hard worker. Check out his footage. You know, he's in phenomenal shape. Check out his body. And he's always in the gym. Christmas, everything, he was there, you know, in PJs nonetheless, working though. So we got a lot of interesting matchups and names on this particular card, and it's going to have a ripple effect on future Border Wars, because one turn of events is going to cause a whole, you know, avalanche of things to happen and to come, just with all these fights, you know. The main event, so intriguing. Marvin and Keem, both of these guys really, really working. Posting in that Border Wars chat. Really going back to the basics. It's funny that they chose each other because they're so similar. I mean, yesterday, accidentally, they both posted working on single hand shots, right? Like both, one guy working on just jabs, one guy working on just right hands. So the similarities just continue to show themselves. But that is a main event that, you know, so much can happen. If the Florida boy, shout out to Keem, wins, I mean, he shakes up the entire Border Wars, not only the cruiserweight division, but Border Wars as a whole, because his clout goes up, his status goes up. The ears of Sean Mission Impossible Jones go up because he's in that cruiserweight division. So he's anxiously waiting as to what would be Keem's next move, or Marvin's if Marvin gets the win, you know. And you know, speaking of that 175-pound division, you got Jose El Loco Sands of Canada, which I don't know. The Canadians looking like they may not be able to make this one. I'm hearing a lot of stuff that Canada is forcing the vaccine on the Canadian population in order to travel. So we'll see what happens with Jose. I know Sal is working. Sal maybe needs to listen to this and really talk to Jose. We're 8 weeks out, you know, 63 days out. Probably the best time is in those last 3 days before you get to 60 to figure out what you're going to do and fight yourself an American on American soil. You know, Sal's a guy that hasn't been active, man. It's been so long, no one knows if it's been 17 or 18 last time he participated. And he needs this fight. He needs this fight, which was a significant fight, you know, depending on the boxing circle. You know, Jose's 3-0. So a win over Jose, it could mean a lot for Sal. The question is, will he be able to get Jose into the ring now that it seems Canada has changed up or looking to implement a mandatory vaccine before traveling? So Jordan Baker, obviously Robert the Genius off, but Jordan Baker looking to mix it up with Ant. I mean, with Cruz at 168. And we told you we're just trying to figure out, can we get that approved for a title, which is the ticker on the A side box for Cruz. You know, he's like, hey, I never made 168 in my life, but if there's a title on the line, I can make 68. I said, well, we'll talk about it. Let's see. Let's put it up to the petition to the commission and have you petition for that opportunity. You know, Cruz is definitely a poster boy for Border Wars. You know, not only does he lose the weight, but stand up man. You know, continuously helps out anytime we're in Texas. That's why we've been to Texas 3 times, because he just alleviates so much. So yeah, definitely a good guy. Tough fight, man. Tough fight for Jordan, obviously. Cruz, with all the experience in the world, very good counter puncher and big puncher. Common opponent with Ant. So this is something that Jordan wants. You know, he's looking to make a name for himself. And you know, I can't even say that it's youth, because I think Cruz is pretty young himself, man. So, like I told you, Vega versus Karma, and we gave you the backstory. Karma is 2-0 in street beefs. Vega is a Cinderella darling Border Wars story. After being knocked out in his first Border Wars fight, comes back to have a Fight of the Year winner. He's Fight of the Year, actually. It's not, you know, candidate anymore. They won it, and he won Comeback Fighter and about 2 other awards. So Vega, shout out to you. The other big fight everybody is excited about is Francis versus Stainless. But once again, that whole vaccine, what are we going to do there? what can we even say there? You know, for Stainless, keep working. Francis, keep working. You know, you just never know. But it's going to be up to the Border Patrol, man, if they let y'all out. You know, not really on us. Hopefully you guys can make it. We talked about for sure Fire D and that one white boy. Now we got to talk the heavyweight division. Smoke'em Joe versus Morocco Joe. The battle of the Joes. The big boys. 1-268, 1-344. Smoke 'em out. Joe is saying he's coming in around 300 for this or under. Morocco Joe did not like the taste of defeat and says that he is now joining a gym in the Tampa area after relocating from Virginia to Florida. So this is a battle of the big boys, and this is one that I'm excited about. You know. We will see who emerges victorious in that heavyweight division. Speaking of heavyweight division, we got Tank versus Eddie, which is off. Tank, this is off. I tried to get your attention in the Border Wars chat. Eddie is out. Personal reasons, not gonna make it. Tank, no fight. Sony, you back in the picture, baby. Just that quick. He might have to take your rematch. I mean, there are 2 heavyweights out there for Tank to take. Steven Rivera, which is a Wisconsin Adrian Rowan heavyweight. He's no experience, but definitely experience from being in the gym. No fights, no amateur record, but he's in the gym with Adrian. You got Kendrick's cousin, which I'm not sure if he's fighting or not, because they could be possibly suffering the same personal reasons for not making it. I'm not sure if he's in or out, but if he's in, that is a heavyweight with no experience that needs a fight. And yeah, if you watch Tank fight and you want to get in there, he just became available. Shout out to Yuri Dominguez. He said, just got my Border Wars hoodie yesterday. Shout out to you, champ, because guess what? I got mines on, even though I haven't showed y'all yet. But yeah, I'm definitely rocking mines. You feel me? Border Wars. Border Wars. So, what else we got? What else we got on the card? Looking like Cruz's TBA until we decide what he's doing. Mitty, same thing. UK's on lockdown until they decide what they're doing. Supermex and the Big Bad Wolf, Jaron. Or Jaren. Why the fuck do I keep pronouncing the R? Oh. So Jaren, yeah, the Big Bad Wolf, man. Supermex went dark, y'all. Went dark. Oh, shit. Smoke him out. Jay, not Joe. Jesus. He's going to think I'm doing this on purpose. Oh, that was actually Twin said that. All right, Twin. Maybe you know better than me. Ryan, I don't know, man. I mean, you know, everybody thinks I closed on this fucking house, and I did not. I just keep getting extensions. I have a few conditions that every time you meet one condition, you got a new condition to meet, man. So, but I am back in the gym. I just earned my 7-day gold badge from Apple, so I've been consistent. I don't know, you know, I don't know who's gonna be available and who's gonna be willing, right? You gotta be willing too. But who we got? Supermex, man. I'm very interested in to see his return and how he returns. He went dark on us, you know what I mean? And I didn't like that. He got the Apple Watch. I thought we were going to be friends on the Apple Watch, motivate each other, you know, show each other, hey, look, I burnt this many calories. He removed himself from the group chats. He's working on his own. He's got his team, you know. I'm being told, you know, he got a diet plan from Mitty. I'm being told he's still working with J-Mac. So all I could do is hope for the best with Supermex. We haven't been able to see the progress, but his goal is to be under 300, I think, or lose 50 pounds, 54 pounds. which, you know, I had an all-fair conversation with Mitty. Mitty believes it's totally possible. You know, I was actually having a conversation with with Doomy about Supermax, and I'll tell you this, Supermax, I'll tell you, I told Doomy, I want to see you send a video of like getting off the floor 10 times. You know, that was something that Mitty said to me, and I didn't really pay it no mind. He was like, yo, I don't think Supermax was knocked out. I think it's just like once he goes down, it's probably over because he's difficult to get up. And I'm like, well, damn, if it's that hard to get up, maybe that's what you need to start practicing first, because you don't want to get knocked down and then the fight is over just because you got knocked down. So that's an exercise in itself. You know what I mean? If you could do 10 of those, that's like doing 10 burpees until you get to that burpee level. But yeah, man, you need to send them videos, man. I don't know why, you know, you would leave the support system of the people that can be, you know, cheering you on when you do get it right. But we got a super chat from the Gentleman's Driving Club podcast. Shout out CEO Sean Jones, who says, Francis gotta pay fighters to fight me, or what? Seems as if no one wants the cruiserweight smoke. I mean, you did have a fight. You did have a really good fight, you know. It's just, we all go through personal issues, whatever those may be. Then we got Alexander Doomsday Lioness taking on the neutral corner, aka Santos, in a very scary fight, man. Santos has 40 plus amateur fights. I don't believe he's ever been a heavyweight, so that's the only upside for Doomy. You know, maybe Santos has been a heavyweight as an adult due to losing whatever, you know, shape he did have, right? But that's experience nonetheless, you know, so we have to see how it's going to translate and how hard he's going to work. Santos is shaped pear-like right now. Is he going to be able to move with that weight? He did look light on his toes and in his footage, you know. He did seem to know the mechanics of it all. Good lateral movement, you know. Can he keep it up, though? Is he going to be able to keep that up, that pace with that extra weight? It's been a minute since he's been in competition, but the same goes for Doomy. He's been out for so long, you know. I can't be a friend in this one. I have to be more of a commentator, and you know, the lack of training for Alex is always going to be an issue for me, and a worry. You know, I for the life of me, I don't understand why people take a fight and under train. You know, that's just dangerous in my opinion. But that's what that fight is. You know, when you take it on Doomy, he hits hard. He's a big puncher. And when you're thinking of Santos, he's got 40 fights. That's a lot of experience. So that is going to be a banger. And that's a heavyweight banger. Santos looking to come in around 240 or under, I think. I think he's 240 and he's looking to come in 220. And Doomy looking to come in 220. So we will see, man. That is a interesting matchup, you know, to see how good Alexander can look. Does he live up to the stigma of an under trainer, or does he shut me up finally and come in tip-top shape? I don't know. King Amin versus Greatness. Amin was supposed to get with me yesterday. I received no calls, no texts. Don't know what's up with that, but I know that I did meet up with Greatness, and he looks good. I'm sure you've seen the footage. If you haven't, go check it out. He looks good. He looks good. Natural is what I like to use the word. Anybody that can have that technical, like, technically he looks so decent to be an amateur. I mean, amateur, but not official amateur, right? Like amateur, a novice at this. It was a little weird, very good mechanics in the way he throws his punches, good listener. What I don't like is I guess that's a newbie thing, I'm sure I did that too. The hopping, the overuse of your toes, maybe, you want to kind of sit down when you want to let those punches go so they can have some thump, but don't blink on that right hook. That's all I'm saying. I don't know if he got knockout power, but he got some nice snap on that right hook. Nice snap. And if he could put it together, See, pad work is different from being in the ring, because those punches flying back at you, the intensity is slightly or greatly different. But on the pads, he's all right, man. I'm interested in that fight, man. And I think that's Southpaw versus Orthodox. So it's going to be real interesting to see that one. Greatness is tall too, man. Tall, lean guy, in shape. And I think he might be younger, no grays in the hair. No grays at all. Then we got looking like Donnell and Shane. Now, I'm just not sure. I'm not sure if Shane is still on. I believe Shane or Shane's friend might have caught COVID. But that is perfect if that's true, Donnell, because then you get another fight that's possibly on the horizon. 140 pounder. No amateur fights, no pro fights, just gym experience. And we'll see, can we do that for you if Shane's not in. But if Shane's in, Donnell has Shane, which is that one white boy's friend, and from Amarillo, Texas. And he will be coming in and participating and fighting at, I believe they had contracted that fight at 154. But we'll see. I'm pretty sure Shane might have got COVID and has been sick. Then we got Mario, who seems like he's taking on Showkid, as long as Showkid could send in some real sparring that isn't, him making his gloves kiss each other. But nonetheless, the return of Mario is inevitable. It is inevitable, and he will be back in Florida. Mario looking to take it serious. He really asked his wife, can he come to the East Coast to train? So let's see if that happens. You might get some footage of Mario and Greatness sparring session, you know what I mean? Getting them ready. Just never know. Davidian on Super Chat says, hey, Ness Heyman, don't take that vaccine. Lucky for you, you're on the Buffalo side of things, right? If you was on the other side, you would have had to take the vaccine from what I'm being told. But Mulatto, no fight for Mulatto. Not yet, anyway. He's looking at Alaska. He was looking at Alaska, Showkid, and who's the other guy you said? Alaska, Showkid, and damn, I'm gonna have to check my messages. He did accept another fight. So Munoz, Jordan doesn't want to go down, bruh. He don't want to go down. First of all, he don't want to fight you for real because you ain't known yet. So he's rather take the way more dangerous, way more experience. And I only say way more dangerous because we seen Cruz. We haven't seen you. Like, you could come in and just be this killer, but you got to prove that first. So he rather go the Cruz route because Cruz has a name. And he doesn't have to go down. You are like 54, you know? So we're working on it. Still trying, brother. Still trying. But you're going to have something in your division. Believe me, man. You in the right division. We'll be able to sort you out. It's a matter of getting you the right fight. You know, I also don't want to put you in there with someone too experienced. But we got Mulatto. He's a cruiserweight, so that's who he said he was willing to fight. He was willing to fight Chach the Dad. And we also got Rob the Genius, who's looking to fight at 175. He's looking to fight at 175. So I could offer that fight to you for him too. I don't know. I would have to talk to Mitty on that, but maybe we could offer Rob the Genius the Esteban fight at 175. What you think, Mitty? Esteban too much for Rob, who's 2-0 in Border Wars? Let me send Rob this footage, see what he tells me. There he goes. Shout out to Esteban, man, getting it in with his friends in the garage, man. That's dedication. Munoz, you can check out Esteban's footage too, man. Look, you guys know where you're at. You know, I think Esteban is maybe too skilled for you. But check it out. There's footage out there. You guys gotta click that Border Wars tab and start looking at all those fighters there. Those are your possibilities, gentlemen. Those are the guys that you can mix and match with and get it in. So back to the card. We have, like I said, a few TBAs. And that's going to be Corey, Frank, who again, Esteban. I mean, you can think about that one. Even you, Twin, I think Corey might be way too experienced for you. But, again, you know, you can send us some footage. You didn't send any sparring yet. Maybe you can show us something. We also have Mulatto, who is TBA. Myself is still TBA, obviously. Koala is a cruiserweight with no experience, TBA as well. And that's going to be tough. I mean, I don't really know who we're going to be able to match Koala up with. I need footage of him, but he would have to show because the only other cruiserweight semi-non-experience is Mulatto, who I feel is experienced. So, tough. But those are your TBAs. Steven Rivera, unexperienced heavyweight, trains with Adrian. Could end up being Tank's new fight. And Cruz TBA, Jordan TBA, Mitty TBA, Ness TBA, Koala TBA, Sean Mission Impossible Jones TBA. And I tried to offer Mulatto the Sean Jones fight, but he's like, yo, get me somebody who doesn't have any fights yet, just like me. And that's understandable. You know, you want a debut versus a debuter. I already tried that, Tank. Mulatto, I already tried that. Yes, Cash App, Nest GTO. No, just one S. One S. Hold up, Chant. Let me do it. Before you send it to the wrong person, then you're like, yo, no. Where's the dollar sign? Dollar sign, NESGTO. There you go, bro. That's the Cash App. Get it like that. That's Cash App. Super Chat. What's up with that? Mitty is so whack. When you gonna get a fight? Mitty, you gotta defend that imaginary title, man. Nah, it's time to strap Mitty up, man. We need one of you guys to step up finally. We need a legit opponent for Mitty. And I think now we got that, though. With Esteban in the mix, I like the way you look. Corey, I like the way Corey looks. You know, what the fuck? You know, who else? Ant's starting to get some heart. You know what I mean? Maybe if he could get through Adrian, and if Adrian could get through him, those are two dudes that they're talking that Mitty name. It's about to Mitty about to have a full schedule, man. He gonna have a full schedule this time around. It looks like. Let's see. Hopefully, you know, COVID doesn't keep him out of the border wars for too long. You know, hopefully they open it up and allow him to travel. But listen, we're going to open up the phone lines. Went through the cards. Remember, deadline January 31st. That's it. After that, you're done ski. Super chat from Davidian Simmons said, hey, Ness, I've been blessed by God to get over the COVID-19. No need for the vaccine. 99% survival rate. Yeah, no, I hear you. But this vaccine they're trying to make it not optional. You know, there's talks of not being able to travel to certain countries without having the vaccine. So we're just gonna have to see as more develops. But believe me, it's not about choosing to take it or not. It's if it's all about if it becomes mandatory. You know, what if you can't travel without a vaccine card in your wallet? You know what I mean? Saying that you have taken it. So it's just so whack. But Coach J-Mac, what up? Any updates? Have you been able to get with Supermax? 63 days out. Talk to me. No Supermax. No update. Oh, here we go.
Yes.
What up, champ?
Come back to me. Let me just listen for a little bit. I'm in the barber shop.
All right. Hey, Mitty, same question, Mitty. Talk to us, man. Fill us in. Have you been able to get with Supermax?
Yo. Yeah, I spoke to Supermax. I think we exchanged messages yesterday because it was dealing with some stuff, right? So it took a break a little bit from the diet, but now it's
bad news.
Now it's okay to start. It's okay to start again, though. It's starting from today. Actually, it started from 2 days ago. He told me, and he's at home, so he has some free time or more free time now, so he's able to train. He's doing the exercises that J-Mac gave him. It's just the diet that he needs to sort out again. So, yeah, he's doing his thing now. And I told him, he needs to send me a weight check from this morning. So I'm waiting on that. So I'm sure he's gonna send it to me at some point today, and we can resume where we left off.
So what did you think of my idea as one of the coaches in his corner? I know you're dealing more on the diet side, but maybe if you can convene with J-Mac. I mean, getting off the floor 10 times per day.
No, 100%.
That has to be something that is not only attainable, but good for him.
Oh, I told you, there's loads of exercises that you use as a warm up where you're in your boxing stance, and then you don't necessarily go all the way to the floor, but you put yourself on your knee and you come back up and you do that for 2 or 3 rounds. That's exercises in itself, and that's it's low impact on the joints and stuff like that. But yeah, 100%. If he was to do that, let's say run 3 rounds of 2 minutes where he lies on the ground, and then every 10 seconds or so he just needs to stand up. 100% sure that he will he will benefit from it, and he will see if he can actually do that. But because of like where he's at the moment and his weight, I'm sure he'll feel the benefits of that. The heart rate will go up, and it's quite a challenge. I don't know if you tried it, like, but I'm telling you, it's not that easy. You know, it sounds easy, but it's not that easy.
Nah, I haven't. But I'm considering doing it myself to increase the heart rate, right? Because I was talking about this on a regular show, and the more I use the numbers to track my workouts, you get to pick and choose what
What's
workout
more efficient? Yeah,
exactly. So I started to realize I could go on a 30-minute run and do what most fighters say: be paced and get through that run, and
yeah,
maybe not burn as many calories as just 30 minutes of jump rope. Actually,
yeah,
in the gym, it does me better. I burn more calories. My heart rate is anywhere between 165 and 168. So just for me, the jump rope is better. And then I'm thinking, maybe it's a little more of a simulation of a fight versus running that isn't simulating a fight. At least with
yeah.
the
It's,
jump
it's
rope,
more conditioning. Yeah. It's
yeah,
conditioning for the fights, and yeah, and it's more like exercise specific. Like, so you want to do things that prepare you. Same thing when you just like lift weights or you do power exercises. You want to do something that will just replicate what you're doing for the actual sport that you're doing it, like sport specific. So yeah, yeah, no, you're right. But like, 100%, like try that, or actually anybody, right? Like if you want to just do like, it doesn't have to be long, right? Just like I said, like 3 rounds or 4 rounds via Zoom or whatever. I'll show you that most people can go through those, like 3 or 4 rounds. Like, I used to do that with like Cruz and Majimbe, and their heart rates and was pretty intense, and like also on the legs, right? So they were feeling the lactic acid build up and all that. So it was interesting, man. But yeah, yeah, that's a good
I'm
idea, man.
sure. I'm sure it's gotta start affecting the knees after some time.
Yeah, yeah, but not in a way that it just kills your joints, right? So it's not like a high impact on the joints. It's not like you're just like jumping up and down and putting a lot of force and pressure on it, right? So obviously you're using it, and the bigger you are, then obviously you'll feel it, but it's still safe as a kind of low impact type of exercise, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
man.
is there a specific way you want the client to get up, or if I'm laying on my back, is it okay to roll on my stomach, get into the fours to get on my
Now
knees?
it's better for you to sit up, right? And like, and you're gonna really
Bruh, but
engage everything.
some people can't even do a sit up.
Yeah, but no, but you're gonna just you can use your hands, and that's what it is. Like, you just need to lift your body weight, like your upper body, and then just like lift
So
your
essentially,
whole body, right?
so essentially, it's like when you're when a
Ima-
fighter when a fight
Imagine you're knocked out on your back, you're looking up the ceiling, then come back up.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just trying to show you like this exercise that fighters do where they're like in the sit up position, laying on the floor, and someone's holding their legs, and then they do the sit up, but then they stand up, and then they go back down, and then you know what I mean, and
Yeah,
repeat.
yeah, yeah. I know. But this one, you're just gonna use your hand, like so. I guess like when you're in a seated position on the ground, and if you wanna come up, you're gonna just like put your hands on either on your side or behind your back slightly, and then push up your push off like your hands, but also use your legs, right, to come back up. So like however you do it, like the idea is just you just repeat that as many times as you can within the 2 minute round or the 3 minute round, and you'll see
Now,
like
that
yeah.
exercise can only take you so far, right? Like, let's say a
Oh
guy
yeah, of course.
let's
It's
say
a
a
warm
guy
up type
like
of thing.
yourself that you're a lot more
Yeah.
lean. You can't just do that to get a six
No, no,
pack,
that
right?
does very little for someone who's there. Like that does very little other than just like warming you up. It's like it's kind of a game exercise that we do, But I mean, when you're bouncing in your boxing stance, sometimes you can feel it a little bit like waking up on the calf and all that.
Hell yeah.
But
Jump
you
rope,
know,
man,
so
burns my calves and thighs.
there you go. So yeah, but it's not your full conditioning type of exercise. It's just a little something that, it
And
looks simple enough, and then but you'll see that it's effective enough.
I feel like I did more jump rope this time also because I was on a mat. There was like a mat, those Taekwondo mats in the gym. So like I was jumping on that. And
Oh, it's bouncy. Yeah.
I felt like it was better on the legs and the knees.
It's good, yeah, man. Yeah, less impact. Yeah, so it's got like cushioning and all that. Yeah, you should do that. Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
Francis, the praying mantis, jumping on. What's goody?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Yo, they said you preparing for a marathon with all the miles you running. Why you running so much? Is you here to fight or you running from the fighter?
You crazy? Not at all, man. Run's always just been a part of my routine, man. I'm a soccer player, man. Running's 90 minutes what we used to running. So I incorporate other things into it, but running clears my mind. So going for a run is something I love.
Yeah, man. So what do you think about Supermax, man? Slacked off the diet, man. That's the word on the street, man. Slacked off.
It's tough, man. It's tough because you'd kind of expect that, after the performance on December 5th that Supermax would have, taken it, I guess you would say, a little bit more serious, but it happens, man. We still got some time. You definitely don't want to see the bad habits starting to creep in, but I still believe that he can put it together.
Yo, I'm a numbers guy.
You get that from the coach?
Yeah, I got that from the coach.
Dietitian.
I got that from the dietitian. I'm a numbers guy, right? And that's why I recommended he get the watch, right?
Yeah.
So now look, it ain't easy. You showed me how not easy it is to get 1,800 calories burned. But if you burn 1,800, my nigga, go ahead and have the soda. It's only 250. You understand? As long as you burning more than you putting in, you doing good.
But here's the thing about that, just to cut you for a second, because like my wife be mad at me because I'm disciplined, bro. Like I'm not about to take no, like I'll be burning. I don't even be putting in like, I just be, she like, yo, you can, what I'm saying? Like you say, you can drink so and so and a little juice. Nah. She be, listen, we gotta eat. Nah, I'm not about that life. I'm on a mission, and the mission has to stay locked in. It's pain. It don't pain no gain, man. That's what we doing.
I hear you, but you and me and him are different body types and compositions, right? So it's like, if Supermax needs,
it's a mental thing. It's a mental warfare he's going through. It's not a physical warfare. It's a mental.
But the way to get to overcome it is to give yourself Sunday. So Sunday, I can have a soda.
I agree.
I could have a 24-ounce soda. I could have a 12-ounce soda with my steak dinner or with my lunch. So that by the time dinner comes, I burnt that soda off just because I was walking around cleaning up in the house. You understand? Like, it's about how you do things.
Yeah.
That's all I'm trying to say.
You know what's so funny about it? Because you hear a lot of fighters say, like, they don't really tell their trainers, but time to time they'll sneak whether candy or something is just to boost their morale. You know what I'm saying? Just to get them up for the next workout. Yeah. It's not something that they were supposed to do, but whether it's some Skittles, whether it's whatever it is that you like, that M&Ms like you like, whatever it is that can give you that boost of energy to keep going is important, right?
I wonder if your determination comes from the Pisces OCD.
Absolutely, bro.
I think Pisces got like an OCD with organization. I didn't know that it can go over to exercise. But that being said, I'm self-motivated. You know what I'm saying? And I just, again, the numbers, man. It's easy for the numbers. So one of my discipline things that I'm disciplined with rather is breakfast, right? So it's already natural to me to wake up even at 4 in the morning and still not eat till 12 o'clock in the afternoon or 11:30 when I'm in the car driving to the gym. And what I'm eating is only 200 calories. It's only Quaker oats
Right.
You know, once in a blue, I throw a banana. Sometimes I don't even like the taste of the banana. The aftertaste, when you that empty, the aftertaste seems weird. So sometimes it's just Quaker Oats. And then I get back from the gym and it's 3 o'clock. So, you know, again, numbers. If you only put 200 calories in and you burnt 14, and not everybody's gonna burn 14. Let's say you burn 800. Let's say you burn 500. Like, as long as you burning more than you putting in. Now remember though, that 200 is only one meal, and really only breakfast could be that low. It's hard to keep, you know, another lunch or dinner meal that low in calorie count. That's why I love breakfast, cause you know it's a low calorie count, and you can, that's the meal you can eliminate. You know, like we had Dion on, or was Brandon Glayton, the Bulletproof. He's like, yo, I was eating 1,500 calories. That's how you do it, by eliminating or minimizing your breakfast. You know, someone was saying something about dates and shit. Eat some dates and a banana. How many calories is that? You minimized your breakfast. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that might not be right for everyone either. You know, you might be, some people might feel sluggish. I do not. I you know, once in a blue, I might feel a little slow, but again, because I use apps and fucking punch trackers, like when you did the 1,800, and I just wish everybody had that switch in them. When you posted that you had 1,800, bruh, we stopped working out that day, and my shit said 1180 something. I put my shoes back on and started running because I wanted to even 1,200, and then running around trying to get to the 1,200, I passed it. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to 13 because I want that even. But that's me, because I'm a numbers guy. Like I said, I wish God would have made me my numbers an accountant, maybe, or a fucking car counter. I'd have made more money. But I'm a numbers guy, and I like to play with them numbers, so they motivate me. You know, not everybody.
Nah, like the same thing when you put out your numbers there. Where the numbers at working? I'm like, all right, man, I'm with it. At least somebody else is, you know what I'm saying, pushing, and let's push the limits. Let's keep pushing and keep going. That's what it's all about, man. I'm ultra competitive, man. So that's that's my lane. Yo, Troy King with the super chat that says, what we talking about? Working out? Then he comes back with another one that says, no, never cheat yourself ever, ever. You got to explain that to us, you know what I'm saying? Because, well, we understand what you mean, but what do you use as a morale booster for somebody who is on that journey, that like a Supermax who got like a mad amount of weight to get down, like, you know what I'm saying?
It's different for Troy, man. Being a fighter is different from being a dude getting off the couch. Like, you got a different set of motivation. Like, you got a different drive than a dude getting off a couch. You are already a fighter and want to be. The dude getting off the couch for Border Wars, he wants, but he's got to tap into that fighter. Like, look at Marvin. Marvin looks completely different from when he started, man. Marvin is a fighter right now. You know what I'm saying? And before that, before that, it's just,
he wasn't a fighter, man. He was just, you know what I'm saying?
It's just you wanting to try. Wanting to try.
But once you get that engine revving, man, and going, you realize, like, yo, it's just like a machine, man. It just keeps going and going. Like, you feel better about yourself. The workouts, you know what I'm saying? You get up for them a little bit more because your body's like, okay, this is what we're going through. You know what I'm saying? This is what we're doing. Like, I'm feeling pains I've never felt in my life. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. But I know it's a part of the whole, you know what I'm saying, the whole process. Motivation is something that you got to come from within, and it can come from without, because you can't have other people push you and prod you, but you got to want it for yourself as much as the other person wants it for you. It's very important that you look at yourself and want it. And like you said, not everybody's built the same way. You know what I mean? So you can't put everything on the same level as everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like you starting to understand a little bit about me more.
I wish we was all the same, man. I wish it was just like, you know, like tapping in, right? Tapping in. Connect my USB to Francis, open up the laptop, and it's like, damn, let me just tweak him up. Let me tune him. Let me tune him like a tuner does an import car. And it's like, fucking Francis, you need a little more boost. Let me raise the boost. Do. You know what I'm saying? Let me play with the emissions here so that the motherfucking injectors are spitting the right amount of gas, because I need you to have gas so you could be on go. You understand? Right. And listen, I tell you, if you fall in love with the numbers, you're gonna lose the weight, because every day you can lose weight. If you do Map My Fitness and you put your goal, it will give you the amount of calories your body is supposed to eat per day. No. And it will guarantee you that you will lose that pound that they say per day. Now, it's difficult to look at a scale every day, but if you look at it once a week, that graph is going to go down. I've used all those apps, man. Map My Fitness, I think, is by far the best app to track what you put into your body.
I'm going to tell you two. I'm going to share two things with y'all. One, yesterday, again, wife got mad at me because I had a busy day yesterday, and you know what I'm saying, it's time to have dinner. But the dinner included just a little bit of cream. It was pasta, but a little bit of cream and stuff. And I was like, no, I don't want it. I'm going to go to bed hungry. I'm going to drink some water, and I'm going to go to bed. She's like, you can't be doing that. You working out. Like, what you're doing to yourself. But that's how, like, mentally, I'm like, I've already forgotten about the food. Forget about the food because it's not what I want.
But why not just eat something else?
There wasn't anything else at the time that I could have. Like, that was, you know what I'm saying, to have. And she got a little bit upset with me because I didn't sit down and I sat with her, but I didn't eat anything when she was eating. But that's just to show you, like, the mental, like, where my mind is at. Like, could I have eaten it? Of course. I'm hungry. It's food, but that's not part of the goal. It's not part of the plan.
So what, it was like Alfredo sauce?
Huh?
What was
it?
Like
Alfredo sauce. It was Alfredo chicken, Alfredo pasta, and I just didn't want the cream. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, forget it, man. I'll just you know what I'm saying? I'll just forget it all together, forget the pasta. And she know I'm like that. Like, when I'm done with, like I said, when I don't want something, I'm good. When I'm done with something, I'm good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got no problem just letting it go and moving on. And the second part about it is just when you're working out, just I don't know, man. For me, I just turned to something else, man. I love it. I love it when I start to sweat, bro. I'm gonna tell you this: every single night, I wake up in the morning, bro, in a full-on sweat, bro. My shirt wet, my body's still working while I'm sleeping, man. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I be telling all the time, like, I get up, my shirt wet. Like, I don't understand it. My body just be.
Man, you having hot flashes, man.
Rolling, bro.
You having hot flashes, man. You get into that age. I understand.
Hot flashes. I love it, but yo, what can we do? Like, what can we do? So, Troy, you're saying that Supermax shouldn't take that soda that he likes to drink. What can he do to give him that morale boost? Like, Ness, give us like, cause you do you eat your M&Ms during camp? Keep it 100.
Hell yeah.
You what do you do? But you cut down the amount you eat, though.
Of course.
So you'll eat like one or two a day, or one or two a week, or a pack a week, or
like again, it's a day thing for me. It's not every day. It's a Sunday, you know. So and it used to be. Right now, life is a little bit different. So, but Sunday used to be like the my girls' day. So we'll go to dinner, we'll go to the movie. So that'll be the day, like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna have the soda at the movie theater, or I'm gonna have the soda for dinner. You know what I mean? And I'll have the M&Ms at the movie theater. You know what I'm saying? But again,
do you work harder the next day when you go to the gym, knowing that you had the soda and the M&M, or do you just stay on the same pace?
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm different. Like, I naturally work hard, man. Like, that's what I do. That's why I can't relate to freaking people that don't lose weight. I just can't. I can't, yo. I'm already fitting like shirts that I couldn't fit because I got let go. I'm already losing weight. Like, I'm losing the lowest anyway since I started tracking. The least amount of calories I burn, I think, was like 900. Like, I'm losing thousands of calories per day, so there's no way. Like, I'm losing the weight. So again, it's about numbers, man. If you fall in love with the numbers, you're gonna fall in love with your progress, and you won't stop, because every day you're gonna want more. That's how it was when I used to weight lift. That's how it was. Like, man, I did 275 last week. I have to be doing more this week, because all last week we did 275.
Yeah,
You know what I
I'm
mean?
like that too.
So
I like that too. But yo, Troy Killer King Entertainment with a super chat that says 90% mental,
Exactly.
10% physical. I never cheat my mental. There are no such things as cheat meals. You have to learn to quit completely before you moderate.
I
You
hear
agree
you,
or disagree?
man. I mean, but you and I are the same, right? Like my failure story with quitting is cigarettes. You know, the first time I tried to quit, it got me. It had me, bro. I was a truck driver and I seen my big ass fucking 53 foot trailer with the cab, parking it anywhere. Stopping that big shit anywhere I seen a gas station, running to get them damn cigarettes. You know, so when I quit, I'm like, all right, I'm quitting these cigarettes, and I handicapped it. I started smoking blacks, like to wheeze it out. I'm like, fuck it, I ain't gonna smoke this because I'm gonna only smoke this because you know it take a lot longer to champ a black. So it's like you eventually don't want to smoke after all the bullshit you got to go through to
To
smoke.
Champa Black? Hell yeah.
Exactly.
You're like, forget that.
Exactly. So that didn't happen though. Eventually, the frustration of it taking so long, making the mess in my truck, I'm like, man, fuck that, and bought a pack of cigarettes. Then I found myself like talking to myself like, damn, bro, you really lost to this box of cigarettes. Like this shit beat you. And that was it. It was like, boom, never again. Never smoked again.
Yep.
Because I didn't want to be the guy that lost to some cigarettes. You know what I mean? Like, you don't control me. But not everybody has that mentality. See, like, that's what Troy's talking about. Like, nah, fuck it. This is bad for me. I'm just not doing it. Man, everybody can't do that shit. They just can't.
Yeah.
They just can't. They can't turn it off. It ain't that easy. Cravings are a motherfucker for some people. But that's why you gotta get like nuts and shit.
Cold turkey
man.
too, eh?
Huh?
Smoke cigarettes, cold turkey.
Yeah,
Me,
I
stopped
s-
cold
oh.
turkey. I said, yo, this is my last one. Boop. That was it. Never look back,
Word.
man.
Word,
Mind
man.
you, I did it twice. I'm gonna say because I stopped for 2 years, and then I went to go work at the airport, and every single person at the damn airport smoked cigarettes.
So it broke you.
All
So
the
you
little
weak.
hangout spots.
So you weak. You weak.
No.
They
Listen.
was smoking,
Listen.
They was
Listen,
smoking,
listen.
and you was like, oh, I need.
No.
one.
Listen.
Yeah,
What happened is, I like to smoke my marijuana clean. People like to put
Tobacco.
cigarettes in there.
Yo, that's that
Right.
Jamaican
So
shit,
that-
man.
That's how it started
hate
to.
that
That was
shit.
you. So when you're with other people now and they're putting it in, that tobacco's starting to.
Yeah. It affects you, bro. And that shit is
Slowly come back,
definitely
yeah.
addictive. That is addictive for sure. Tobacco is no joke, man. Yeah, I hate that shit about Jamaicans, man. They always rolling with tobacco. I'm like, yo, chill, don't do that shit, bro. Do not roll. I forgot what's my guy, John. I'm like, chill, John. Don't roll it with
So
no
you know what
dope
used to
ass
happen?
tobacco.
I used to say I prefer to smoke my weed clean, and I'll smoke a cigarette.
Yeah.
Just don't mix the two. So
No,
that's
let-
how
let
it
me
started.
tell you,
I
though.
just smoking, and then I'd smoke a cigarette.
Yo, that was the best
That
though.
shit up,
I
man.
ain't gonna front, man. When I used to smoke cigarettes
You
and
back
weed,
up.
bruh, like right now, I'm high, right? If I light a cigarette right now,
To the moon.
that shit is like a fucking rocket. Like, it just takes you high to another level. It's bananas, the combination, bruh.
Yeah, it
Yo,
is.
I don't prefer it together like Jamaicans. But if you chase the weed with a cigarette, no, I hear you, man. That shit is crazy. I don't know how that combination is bananas, but yeah, man, it's always better if you could just relieve yourself of the tobacco, because that's really what's killing your lungs. You know what I'm saying? That's what's ruining you, because I could run miles. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, it's like he said, and I believe that so much. I don't know if that's proven, but I don't know the other percentiles. I know he said 90-10. I'm just saying it's more mental than physical. It's what you tell yourself you want to do and what you're gonna do, and then you'll get it done. You know, I know that to the naked eye, it's physical, and it's like, no, well, he's big, and you know, he can't run like you, and he can't move. But that's a lie, though. You know,
It's like,
just-
yo, I
it's
gotta
just different
take this
paces.
walk, but instead I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do it later.
Yeah,
And
it's
later
just different
never
paces.
happens. Later never happens. do that right now. You know what I'm saying? It's that type of mental. Like you got to be mentally there to like you actually want to achieve what you're trying to achieve.
Yeah,
So.
it's definitely paces, right? Like you can walk and lose the weight, man. I fall in love with those weight loss stories. So I've seen people's, journeys. Like I Google too, like diets. I've seen there's this thing called the potato diet. You ever heard of it?
No, I've never. Potato diet. Tell me about that.
Just eat potatoes 3 times a day. White potatoes too, because people like to say the red potatoes are better. My man lost. I forgot how many pounds. Let's say anywhere from 40 to 60 pounds in 60 days with just eating potatoes. The potato diet. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Because people say carbs, but I don't know. I guess fucking the body adapts, man.
Yeah, it does. That's the same thing about it. Like it's all about tricking the body. When you do one thing like every day at the same pace, your body just adapts to it. But if you change it up, you know what I'm saying? Run a little harder, run a little slower. It don't you see the difference? Like when you skipping, right? If you skip at the same pace for 1 month straight, you feel like you're doing something if you try to up the pace every other week.
Bruh, I'll be honest with you. This is the first camp I ever jump rope this I'm going to jump rope this consistent. I remember being in Jersey Boys and I did jump rope for 3 rounds, but I would cheat. Like I would jump 3 minutes straight, take that round off. Not that round off, but the bell. When the bell rang, stop. Now I'm just skipping for 30 minutes. Regardless if I fuck up my skip, I just get back on. No break, just 30. If I fucked up, cool. If my legs is burning, I'll take a little, walk back and forth, then get back on the jump, just jump. And I'm just finding that to be, so much better. So much better. So yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But awesome. Anyway.
Oh, I wanted to tell you, just to let everybody know that Kenny, which is Sean's friend, he won't be making Florida. So he's gonna try to make the next show that's in Texas. I think he's having a little bit of difficulty with something. So I just wanted to let you know that.
Oh damn! So Big Shoulder Kenny's out.
Yeah, Kenny's out. Sean is still in, but Kenny's out.
We didn't really have a fight for him.
No, we didn't. That qualifier was it, but we weren't sure about that either.
No footage, and Kenny didn't look bad versus Sean. Like to be the first day sparring.
That's good then. Yes, he's never done anything like that before.
Yeah. To be the first day sparring, that was pretty decent. And you got to think. You see, I just love this Border Wars, right? So I factored in. He's gonna be training with Sean, so he'll get better. He's gonna be sparring with Sean, so he'll get over the anxiety by fight time. He might destroy Koala. It's not a fair fight. Not only is he physically intimidating for Koala, but he would have gotten the experience, I think, with Sean in the 63 days that's left.
Yeah, is Mitty still on, or did he jump off?
Midday. Koala, Kenny's big as fuck.
I'm here.
Yeah, you were saying in the chat about the potato diet not sustainable. I don't know if you wanted to elaborate on that a little bit more.
Yeah, hey, losing weight, like I think Ness, you mentioned it, like losing weight in itself, it's about being in calorie deficit, right? So calorie in, calorie out. But the problem is it's not as simple as that when you want to be like holistic about it, right? So you want to make sure that you feed the body all that it needs, and your body needs much more than potato. Like you need like all type of vitamins, all type of mineral, and for your body to function in the most optimal way, which is essentially what you guys are talking about, because the goal is not purely just to lose weight for 6 weeks and then create other type of problems, right? The goal is to lose weight in the most efficient way, so you don't impact performance for boxing, for Border Wars specifically, but also performance of your body from a health perspective, man. Trust me, eating potato for the rest of your life will create a whole bunch of problems. You don't get the right amount of
No.
protein.
60 days, brother. It was 60
Yeah, even
days.
if it's 60 days, right? Like, I mean, that person definitely had like a surplus of like weight to lose, right? But doing it in the way that he's doing it, like dieting is about doing something in a habitual way, meaning that you're able to sustain that over time.
Yeah, it
Eating
worked for me.
potato,
You know what I did? It was too extreme, and I'm a meat
yeah,
eater, so I just added
no,
the meat.
yeah, no. Listen, Ness, I get you, like, and I think you took the example just to give like to people, hey, you know what, like, there's a whole different ways of losing weight, and like we said, the reality of it, if I come out with an ice cube diet tomorrow, saying that you have to suck on ice cube for the next 60 days, brother, I'm gonna get the result that I want if the goal is just lose weight. But that can't be good for your for your health, right? So even if I do that for 60 days, I'm gonna be able to write an article on the web and say, guys, that's the new greatest thing, and make a whole lot of money from it and boost my name up. Because what people will see this dude lost like 60 pounds in 30 days. Oh wow, that's
Exactly.
amazing. Wow,
Exactly.
but that is not amazing. That's the thing, because that person cannot do it consistently. You don't know what happened like after, right? That
100%.
person, if they haven't changed their diet, like they created like problems for themselves, right? They created like an environment where their body created like all type of different defense mechanism, created like all type of other problems for them because they're not getting the right nutrition. And that's what nutrition is about, right? Just getting what you need for your body to perform. At the macro level, at the high level, there's like three type of things, like macronutrient is called. You need protein, you need fat, and you need carbs. You'll hear a lot of things. People say carbs are bad. You need carb in your diet, and whether you know it or not, when you consume fruits, you know
Yeah.
you mainly
Everything
you
has
Give
mainly
us,
eat
carbs.
Mitty,
fruits,
real quick.
fruits and veg.
Give us three
Everything.
good carbs that you can
No, no,
have.
no. But
Just the
Every
people
when
out
you
there.
everything has
when you
carbohydrates.
when you eat fruits and veg, you're mainly consuming carbs. Like this is what it is. Sugars, like one of the the different type of carbs.
Yep.
One of the type of carb is sugar. Sugar is carb, and sugar you find that in the terms of fructose that is in every single one of your fruits. I don't want to just go crazy with all those things, but that's the reality. And Francis, your question, there's again like that's something that people put in people's mind around like good and bad carbs. The
Right.
truth of it, there is no such thing. There's right carbs at the right time for the right person. Like so, let me take an example of it. Right? People talk about like brown rice over white rice or sweet potato over normal potato. I would tell a fighter, you know, that if you're gonna be training in the next 2.5 hours and you need some nutrition, like I would recommend you eating like white rice over brown rice because white rice will be digested by your body sooner than brown rice. Within that 2.5 hours, you have more chance of digesting that white rice that will give you the carbohydrates that you need and the energy you need for your workout over brown rice or sweet potato. Sweet potato takes a bit longer and might feel you bloated, make you feel bloated, would not have been all fully integrated in your body for you to use that carbohydrate energy during your workout. So that's just an example to tell you that just try to wipe out the good and bad. In general, yeah, everyone will say, yeah, sweet potato is seen to be better than just normal bland potato. But that's just an example to say that there's always exception and there's always like circumstances attached to it. So we can't make like generic statements. Like everyone is different, our schedules are different, our goals are different, so we have to just take the nutrients and adapt it. The only general rule I would say, go natural food. Get out of all the processed food. That's the right thing that I can tell you, and that's always true. Get out of all processed food, like all the stuff that you buy in supermarket that are frozen and all those things. Buy things that actually grow on trees, grow in the soil, and if you get that, you stick to that, that's good nutrition. Like that's the only thing, the only general thing I can say. Other than that, it's all specific to individuals. You can't just give like blanket statements that work for everyone.
Yeah, no, for me again, it's about the numbers. So when I found the article on the potato diet, obviously it gives you the calorie intake, the caloric intake for the diet,
Yeah,
and you just play with that. Like I could never just eat potatoes, but
it's
now
true.
I can add to that my 8 ounce steak.
Yeah,
And then you keep adding. The more you read,
of
the more
course.
you learn, and then so
Yeah.
I had learned that the eggs, while they're good, they're probably not good for me because they have too many grams of fat, and I
But it
only I
depends.
only
Again,
wanted
like
to intake a certain amount of grams of fat per day.
it's great. Like what you're doing is good, right? Because you're educating about like yourself about like the calories and all that. But like keep in mind that like I said, it's always very specific. It's always very specific to yourself. And like let me give you an example. For example, like 100 calories of protein and 100 calories of carbohydrates are not the same thing. So when you're saying that, like, when people are taking the numbers and say, "Oh, I'm just gonna eat like what I need to be in calorific deficit," right? If you eat 100 grams of protein, like your body will use roughly 40% of it, like let's say 20 to 40% of it, just to process the protein that you just ate. So for that alone, like that 100 calories of protein, you would have used up like let's say 40% of it just to process it. So really, you would have taken like 60% of it in your body, whereas like 100 calories of carb, slightly different. It's like 80%. It's called like the technical term is like a thermogenic effect of food, right? Like how much does your body actually take out of that food to process it only for digestion, for all the chemical reaction that you have inside your body. So not all calories are created equal. That's the only thing. So if you just purely go based on the numbers, you're gonna go wrong somewhere, right? So like anyway, like it's kind of deep and all that, but you have to adapt it to your situation and what you're gonna do. Fuel for the type of exercises that you're gonna do, and find out like what works for you through either educating yourself or talking to like a dietitian if that's really what you want to do, right? So you know,
Yes, sir. Yeah, I mean, look again. People have access to you. At that time, I was just trying to get the best I could off the internet and make it work for me, and it definitely did, man. I lost the weight, and it helped me like prepare food, man. You just learn more. You read the labels more. I learned a little bit about macros. So it just, I don't know, it worked out. I guess education is always gonna be, the best route.
Always.
The more you learn about what you're putting in, the better it's gonna work for you. I just hope that again, everybody had the willpower to just go do it. I think that's the hardest part, actually doing it. Troy says vegan.
Troy, all this vegan guy.
Yeah.
Troy, I had make it turn everybody vegan.
He also said I skipped 30 minutes regardless. That's the warm up. Yeah, that's not easy though. For real. 30 minutes is not easy. I did it, and I actually like it. So it's about to be my new thing.
Just skipping.
Yeah.
Yo, we're gonna get to the callers, man. Got people out there waiting to get on the phone. I know Tank said he wanted. Who else is out there, man, saying he want to get their, their thing off?
What up?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yo, what's up, man? Good afternoon. Yeah, man, shout out to Coach Mitty. There's definitely a science behind all this food stuff, man. I've been kind of like the guinea pig for for the exploring and trying new things and stuff that works for me. So, without Mitty, man, I wouldn't have been able to lose all this weight, man. So, shout out to Mitty. And to Francis, man, shout out to Francis, too. I know exactly what he's talking about. When your wife makes food and you don't eat it, you know, because my biggest cut was against Ant, and I had to lose about 30 pounds in 8 weeks. And it was tough, man. I missed my 10-year anniversary. You know what I'm saying? I took my girl out to eat, took her to the Cheesecake Factory, and, you know what I'm saying, didn't eat anything. I was just there, you know, missed birthdays and parties and, you know, everything because I had to make sure I had to make the weight. So it's definitely tough, man. It's definitely hard, and I agree. It's all mental, you know. You got to really, really want it because it's hard to break that cycle.
That's a fact, man.
Yo,
That's a fact.
so you went to the Cheesecake Factory and didn't eat nothing?
Nothing.
Nothing, man. Nothing. I'm talking about I had some water.
Why you can't order a salad?
Well, because at the time I had my meals. You know what I mean? I just that's just how I wanted. Like I had my time. I had my meals. I was doing everything on the dot, weighing everything. You know what I'm saying? Eating at a certain times, and it was a lot of weight. You know what I'm saying? I had to lose a lot of weight, so I didn't want to risk it. And I've always been a big dude, you know what I mean? I've always been a big guy, so weight has always kind of been an issue. So I didn't want to risk it, you know what I mean? So I stuck to it, and you know, I made the weight.
It's that mental preparation right there, Nas. You know what I'm saying? It could have been easy for him to say, you know what? Yo, it's my anniversary, man. Let me just have this meal. But, like, bro, striving for greatness, man. And that's how it goes. Like, you got to put it aside sometimes to achieve what you need to achieve. And he's achieved, right?
Nah, I hear you, man. Listen, I wish everybody could do it. That's all I'm saying. Like, for me, it ain't. I feel like it ain't shit. The what holds me back the most is the weather. That's why I'm trying to relocate. You know what I mean? If the weather's great, man, I always want to be outside. So I can't see why people don't do it. But
I mean, it's definitely tough. And like you were saying, like trying to cheat and then get you those little cheat meals every now and then. That's also tough, man, because, you know, you got so big, you know what I'm saying, from doing all the bad stuff. So you don't want to go falling back into that, you know. So that one soda can lead to one, and then lead to another one, and it's just a snowball effect.
Hell no!
I promise you, man.
You sound like a junkie, man. You crazy?
Nah, but
listen to me.
Look, but not specifically a soda.
Let's talk about the cravings, some motherfucker, man.
There's no such thing.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a gateway food, man. It's your mind. There's no such thing as a gateway food. Like, you either gonna eat that ice cream and just that ice cream, or you gonna eat that ice cream and now tell yourself, I'm gonna have an ice cream every day at this time. But it's physically impossible for one ice cream per week to hurt you, especially if you fucking out there burning the calories that a fighter burns, man. Like, the amount of calories you gotta understand, you're burning calories when you shadow box. You're burning calories when you're on the bag. You burning calories while you sparring. You burning calories when you on the treadmill or you on your run or on the elliptical. You burning calories on a speed bag if you on that bullshit. On a double M bag. Like, if you do sit-ups, you burn it. Like, niggas that don't lose weight is just cheaters. They really, really full-blown cheaters. Like, there's no way not to lose weight if you're working out, because the minute you start, your body starts to burn calories. Like, again, that's why I use the Apple Watch. Look, I'm working out an hour and 30 minutes. It's what you want, man. If you want this, you want this. If you only got 30 minutes to work out, well, you know you ain't gonna fucking lose weight. You working out for 30 minutes, you burnt 300 calories, but a Coca-Cola 12 ounces, 230 calories. You know what I'm saying?
But that's just a soda as an example, you know what I mean?
Look
but what
at
if
the back
he's
of
like,
a Snicker. Look at the back of a Snicker.
Yeah.
2 slices of
But
bread
the
is
biggest thing
130 calories, man. So, I mean, it's about reading and knowing what you're putting in and knowing how much you're burning.
No, I agree. But the thing is, you don't want to fall into that. You have to do that one time. It's a one-time thing, you know what I mean? Like, you do that one cheat meal and leave it at that. But if you start, you know what I'm saying, you just added more and more to it as you progress. And then, like you said, if you're active and stuff like that, you're gonna burn the weight. But not everybody is active like that. You know what I mean? You could take Superman as an example. Truck driver, most of the time he's sitting, sitting down driving.
No,
compared to me,
but this is the difference.
Where I'm super active at work.
But that's the difference between Supermax and me, because I was a truck driver and I worked out. I would literally do, like, when the truck is docked on the gate and they loading your shit, go outside and do push-ups. Oh, you too big for push-ups? Walk your ass up and down a big-ass yard, because everywhere that we park our truck, that parking lot is fucking 10, 30 miles. You could just walk. You don't gotta run if you can't run.
Yeah.
You don't gotta do push-ups if you can't do push-ups. If you don't want to walk, you could just shadow box. Yo, 15 minutes of real shadow boxing, you sweating, man. You sweating and you burning mad calories and your heart rate is up. Is that people ain't really working. They just not really working, man. They're not really working. I promise you that. I promise you. I mean, anyway, look. You a perfect example. You can't tell me that you haven't been around Border Wars fighters and realized, damn, I work way more than him. You ain't got to say a name. You've been around at least 10 of them. So there's no way, man, because I see the difference when these dudes get to my gym. It don't matter who it is. They don't work like we work. They don't work like we work.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you got to want it, man. That's the biggest thing. You got to want it. But it's definitely tough. And it's definitely mind over matter. That's a fact.
Hell yeah. That's the one thing I agree on. Mental.
So what you're saying, when you was driving the truck, you made sure you had things.
I did push-ups off my step. You know, you got 2 steps over the gas tank. I used to do push-ups off my step. I had gloves all day. Off my doors. Anybody that's a truck driver knows they little. I'm not. I'm 6'5". When my doors open, I did pull-ups off my truck. Man, get the fuck out of here. Bruh, I was bench pressing incline 275, not decline.
Incline.
I'm a monster. Whatever I want to do, I'm telling you, whatever I want to do, I put my mind to, I'm going to do it. They just ain't working. They just ain't working. Listen, I got to a lazy point where I wanted to buy a skateboard, because when you park your truck at the door, right, they'll tell you, yo, park at door 21. Door 21 could be a mile, literally, from the dispatcher door where you got to go get your paperwork.
Yeah.
So I was at the point where I was so lazy, I'm like, man, I'm about to get a fucking skateboard, like walking all this shit. You know what I mean? Because they always fall. It don't matter where you go. It don't matter what truck stop you got. The dispatcher or the paperwork is always going to be far from your door. But that's your mentality. Do you want to skateboard, motherfucker, or do you want to run to your dispatcher and run your ass back? You know what I'm saying? Is you going to stop at McDonald's in your truck at the highway, or did you bring fruits in a basket and some food and a turkey sandwich on wheat? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's mental, man. It's not physical.
The preparation, yeah. Yo, Showcase 2005
for sure.
Is what apps are you using, Ness?
Map My Fitness, Map My Run, my activity app for the Apple Watch, the health app for the Apple Watch. When I do push-ups, I got the push-up app, the pull-up app, the sit-up app. I record everything. Everything. There's nothing I record myself shadow boxing. I record myself jump roping. I don't give a fuck if it's squats. I record it. I record everything. Everything. I got a whole folder just for workout apps. I don't play no games. I swear to God.
It's good though. You know what? It's real good that you record, because you always go back and then you start looking at it and you see all the mistakes that you make and you correct them.
Exactly.
So I do that a lot when I'm sparring.
Bro, listen, if you get the punch trackers, you know if you cheating. You know, because it's like, damn, yesterday I did 600 right hands and 700 left hands. And today I only did 300 apiece. You know. And it's up to you. Damn, do I gotta go? Am I in a rush? Or can I fucking at least make up and get to what I did yesterday? It's up to you. You gotta be self-motivated, man. We can sit here all day, but if you don't want to work, you don't want to work, you know?
And that Apple Watch doesn't track that, right? That's different.
The Apple Watch tracks everything because it connects to everything. So So when I do shadow boxing, I just put it on my watch. I turn on boxing, and it's there. You know what I'm saying? And I do my shadow boxing, and she knows my heart rate. She's calculating my calories. You know, if I'm doing elliptical, I put it on elliptical. You know, if I'm doing my run, I do it on my run, and it still transfers to my watch. Sometimes my watch is so educated, it'll be like, yo, are you on the elliptical? I feel like you're on the elliptical. And I'm like, you know what? I am on the elliptical. Go ahead and record that exercise for me because I want my stats. Yo, and that's how I do it. Like, I do 30 minutes on the treadmill, 30 minutes on the air bike, 30 minutes on the elliptical. Next thing you know, you burn thousand and something calories. Like, it's again, do you want to work or do you only have 30 minutes to work out? You know, are you in this rush? That's your problem. That's, you know.
Yo,
Yeah,
it's all
man,
about
it's
how you want it,
definitely
man.
tough.
You gotta want it. Like I don't got time to be driving all the way there to waste time in the gym, man. Is it we working or we not working? Because I prefer to stay home if we ain't working, man.
Let me
Like,
tell you something. My gym is 24 miles away. Bruh, that's 24 minutes with no traffic, no red lights, no stop signs. So I'm taking anywhere between 30 to 40 minutes to get to my gym. I ain't going there to play.
I'm an hour and
Yeah.
20 minutes one way, man. So I ain't got time to be going to work playing around.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm about 50 minutes from. I work 45 minutes from the house. When I get to the house, another 45
Yo,
to the gym. No
that's,
traffic.
That's what I'm gonna have
So-
when I move, man. I fucking hate it, bro. Like the gym, to get to Jordan's gym is gonna be 55 minutes, bro.
Yeah. That drive gets long sometimes. It's like you ready, you're pumped, and then you catch traffic. Now you sit for another 15 minutes. You get to the gym, you're like cold, and yeah, it gets tough. But I mean, you got to do it. You know what I mean? So shout out to the Florida guys.
To the who?
Florida guys.
To the Florida guys, man. Darren should be great.
Yeah, he out there working, man. Yo,
I seen that. But we're ready. We're doing a little something different this time. So
yeah, I heard y'all trying to slow it down.
Yeah, not really. Somewhat, Coach Roger, he's really into just technique, keeping it simple, So everything, he likes everything nice and tight and simple. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna see me hitting the mitts and just throwing 10 combinations. You know what I mean? But yeah, he likes all that simple work.
Yeah, I don't like that, yo.
He likes body work. He likes all that.
I don't like that 30. I don't like that 30 punch combination shit, And I'm glad Rogers like that, and I bet you he got that from Derek, or Derek got that from him, because that's how they train Earl. Is 1 or 2, the most 3. They ain't doing more than that, man. All that fancy 8 punch shit, man. Get out of here with that, man.
Yeah, for sure. So we gonna be ready. We're gonna kick it up a little bit more and do three times a week. We're gonna be sparring, and you know what I'm saying. We're gonna be right.
Yo, you seen Mac Truck sparring?
Yeah, I follow them. On IG, man. That dude's a monster. Also bulletproof, man. That dude's big.
Yeah. So your sparring be that crazy or what?
Yeah. These guys are aggressive, man. These dudes, it ain't no soft touch sparring. I posted a picture the other day with an ice bag because my nose is bell pepper right now.
Damn, so they always
I can't
go
even
hard? That's crazy. I can't even
peppering up him, man.
Yeah,
I guess it's different for me. I guess it's different for me because I'm big, so I never really I never really always get heavyweight sparring. I might get a cruiserweight, I might get a big 68, I might get a very experienced 75 pro, so maybe it's different for me and they don't come at me like that because I'm a heavy. I don't know, man. That's crazy. Yo, I can't see myself having that type of dog sparring. Why?
Can I ask you a question?
That's a fight
Can I ask you a
fight.
question, Ness? Is
Shit,
that the reason
fight
why
fight.
when you fought that dude, it was a surprise to you with the pressure that he brought? The dude that had the whole face. No, I'm asking, not to take a shot at you. I'm just trying to say it.
I'm trying to tell you, like, the difference with him was he was non-traditional. That was the issue, and that's what I keep telling people. I don't even keep that a secret.
He was awkward.
I don't even keep that a secret. Like, don't think because you at a gym and they teaching you the foundation and the technical skills of boxing and you getting sparring with dudes that are pros or amateurs that you're going to be any more ready than someone that is not. And the reason that I say that is because if you get an awkward style that is non-traditional, like a dude that doesn't throw 1-2s, he's not a 1-2-3, bring the hands back up. You know, he's not a patient guy. He's just this, like, how could you prepare for the wild man when all you've been preparing for is sweet pea? You've been training with dudes that are, you know, amateurs or 6-0, 9-0 pros. Is like they giving you body shots to the liver properly placed. They not, you know, giving you open punches like Fury did. Like you know, you're not getting hammer fists. You know, you're gonna get hammer fists in Border Wars.
Hell yeah.
It's different, but after that, I definitely implemented the awkward sparring. Like, I specifically, not only to Doomy, who's more of my hands-on coach, but the gym owner, it's like, yo, it can't only be this because look at what happened. I wasn't ready for that. And that's what I tell people too. Like, yo, I told Marvin this. I said, Marvin, you too confident. People look at my Hasael fight and it's still a joke. That was the learning point in my boxing life, right? It's like, Marvin, you too confident. You could be. I was the most prepared I ever been. I was 217, my dude. I went from 278 to 217. It's all mental. I was running the miles like I was a fighter. I was living that life. I was doing 25 pull-ups in a clip. I could do fucking 10 and 12 with a 40-pound vest. I was living that life. This is all I wanted. And I had no fear. I touched his stomach and laughed. That's how confident I was. I grabbed that shit. Ha ha! Look at this nigga's stomach.
Yeah, look at this.
That's what I said. That's what I said because I was getting sparring. I was sparring Shadeja Green. I was sparring Hakeem Nurse. I was fucking getting tutelage from the Olympian that beat Jose Ramirez, midi sparred him. You know what I'm saying? I was getting Kendall Holt was telling me what to do. I was sparring a 6'4" dude. The minute I walked in the gym, I was sparring a 6'4" dude with 16 amateur fights that really, that he had no fear. I was scared to spar Monty Barrett, the professional, and he jumps in with Monty Barrett on the regular. You understand? So when I got to that fight, I thought I was invincible. And it was like, nah, bro, you ain't never seen this. You ready for this? Let's play football and wrestling with a little bit of boxing.
All in one.
all in one. And that's what happened to Marvin. Not that Rel was awkward, but that he thought, bruh, I've trained. I've done it all. I turned every stone over. But it don't matter because it's a fight, man. It's a fight. And you got to expect the unexpected. And that's what I've learned from that, man. And I always tell my story. And I hope people don't think that I'm saying it to brush off what happened. No, I'm telling it so it don't happen to you, because you gonna get that weird, awkward style. Yo, it's the Mexican style, though. It's the Mexican style. Nothing is like the Mexican style. Nothing is, and that's why I ain't gonna front. I respect Mission Impossible. I counted him out, maybe. I don't know if I picked him or not, but I feared the Chach and what he could have done because of the way that he was showing his overhand right and sparring, the awkwardness, the way he was coming over the top on that Maidana shit. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
You know, but he didn't have the
It though.
No,
that's when he
listen, Chach could turn around and be the new Chris Vega, meaning like he lost and he's kicking himself like, yo, I ain't supposed to lose. Just like Sean, like, damn, I lost, I gotta win, and they come back and they get that win. But Chach, listen, with a tank, he gonna be a problem for somebody. He gonna be a super duper problem. But that Mexican style, man, yo, listen, you got to be Mitty. Mitty, it's gonna always be hard to beat Mitty because of his style. He's fighting for the amateurs, right? In the sense that he's keeping the jab on you and he's punching in bunches. He's not punching 1 and 2. That shit like 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, man. And then he's out, you know? And it's always a lot of jabs. It's high activity, man. You got to be jumping rope for an hour plus running 6 miles a day plus eating right. Like, it ain't going to be easy to beat Mitty unless, again, you're a big puncher because, you know, everybody eventually gets caught up on the ropes or gets the ring cut off on them a little bit. And if you can land and slow him down, that's different. But, man, that jab in your face punch combination shit, and that's what he always pivoting, he always turning. You got to be high activity and super duper stamina, you know? And that's what happened to Elias, right? You know, these dudes, right? Oh, no, yo. And then he tried to blame it on me. Like, oh, you set me up. You threw me in there with Mitty. Like, yo, dog. You thought you had Mitty. Yo, I hate dudes that lose and then got excused. He like, oh, I ain't really get spawned. Like, nah, man. Y'all know what Mitty is. Don't come in. Just like JD did that bullshit. Like, oh, I took him lightly. I thought I was going to stop him because he's from the UK. I'm like, what the fuck?
What?
You motherfuckers is crazy, man. Yo, let me tell you, bruh. I don't do that. And look, this is why I need to retire, because I'm giving y'all all my secrets. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving my opponents everything I do, but I don't do that. I don't do that. My man, you are Mike Tyson. If you fighting me, you Tyson. You Tyson. You don't cheat. You don't cheat. You don't have cheat meals. You work out harder than me. That's all I tell myself. And maybe that's wrong. I know some fighters like, nah, I don't worry about him. I worry about me. Like, I don't watch him. Floyd said, I don't watch him. You watch me. Not me. I consume myself, man. I consume myself. I like to be totally focused and dialed in, bro. So
all the way in.
If you fighting me, I'm thinking you doing everything and more, so that I could do more. You understand? So that I don't lose. I don't want to lose. I don't like to lose. So you gotta work
Yo,
hard.
let me get these super chats off real quick. Troy Killer King says protein is not real, and then he followed up with another one. The fact that you use the word protein, it's not real.
He talking to somebody in the chat though.
He's talking to Mitty. They were going back about protein is not meal and plant-based. And he said, Troykin says, #facts. Awkward is hard. Use the jab. Be patient.
Yo, let me tell you. The jab wasn't working for me.
Before you get to that, he just says, Sarcasm says, Ness, do you do weightlifting day? And then you can answer that after.
So my last fight with Eddie, I did. The owner of the gym was the strength and conditioning coach for Shadeja Green. So he hooked me up with a little regimen on GP, and I was doing that. I was following that, man. I was following that, and let me tell you, I felt strong. It was very hard though. All those leg workouts were very hard. Squats and the leg press machine. Yep. Oh man, it was very hard. The bench press was easy. I'm strong on curls and chest, but I never worked out legs like that. So. You know, it's like, yo, they got me doing the squats, or had me. I'm not doing it now. Right now, I'm just on losing weight and technique right now. Just, you know, eating better, you know, cardio and sweating, losing weight.
Yeah. Back to Troy. He said, #facts. Awkward is hard. Use jab and be patient. You were going to say something on that?
I was going to say... So, again, you know, is always gonna sound like excuses, except for those that know how to fight and have fought or that were there. But like, he's right, the jab. But that fight, we didn't really have rules. It was the infancy of Border Wars. So my opponent had the fucking bitch bar, you know, the one that covers the nose, plus the one that covers the chin. So, you know, I was at a disadvantage, man. The jabs was bouncing off his face, man. It was bouncing off his face. It was not as effective as an open face USA Boxing approved headgear where a jab could make your eyes water, you know, because you hit him in the nose or break the nose or bust the nose, you know, a lot. Look at Chris Vega. He bled. You know, you don't know how a person's going to react to blood, but, you know, that...
He was the only one, right?
Huh?
He was the only one, right, that bled the whole show. Anybody else? No, Supermax.
Supermax
had a little blood from his nose, yeah. I think that was only 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, but go ahead. That's crazy.
So, yeah, man, the jab is supposed to be that. But again, that I wouldn't even say that, bro. Listen, think about Ponce de Leon, Adrian Broner. Like, the Mexican style is the kryptonite for the slick black fighter. Like, the slick black fighter has to rise to the occasion on that night. It's like, can you beat the dude that's gonna hit you on both sides of the body? He's gonna be beating your drum all night. You know, yeah, they're gonna pot shot occasionally. So if you don't knock him out, because that's supposed to be it, right? The Mexican style gives up technique for activity. So
and pressure.
So the slick black fighter, me, you know what I mean? Mitty robbed me of my knockdown when the guy who is conservative with the punches, counters, lands that beautiful uppercut, knocking the headgear off, automatic knockdown in any other fight. Not in my fight. But that being said, you know, if you pick your shots well, you can win, but it's still hard, man. Like, look, Maidana gave Floyd a difficult time for 4 rounds, man. Like, punches coming from different angles. He had to complain to the ref. You know, people laughed at me. But it's like, what else do you do when you are getting attacked in a manner that is illegal? It's just
Let me
illegal.
ask you a question real quick. There's
How
2
many
fights
times
that I
did
felt like
Floyd
you had
complain?
pressure.
2 fights you felt I had pressure?
Yeah.
Damn,
There's
really?
It's one in Kevin Cunningham's gym.
Oh, well, that pressure was the first fight. That's my first ever fight.
No, but like he's like, yo, this guy just hold. No, who is it? Was it him or was it was it him you fought? He was like, he's just holding me. He's just pushing me against the ropes.
No,
he's not fighting. He's not doing nothing.
Nah, that's the same dude.
That?
It's the same dude.
There was somebody. There was another one. There was another one.
Nah. Hell no. My first fight, the
3
dude.
fights, right?
Huh?
You have 3 fights, right?
Four.
One. Okay, give me the first one.
It's the Canadian.
Yeah, and the second one?
The Mexican.
The third one was Eddie.
Nah, the cornbread, the corn-fed white boy.
Then it had to have been him and the Mexican. There's 2 I was watching.
Bruh,
no?
he didn't hold. Gus didn't hold. Yo, I want Gus come back, man. I think it's his wife don't let him fight. Gus hits hard, man. People sleep on Gus and people sleep on Enrique. Those 2 dudes hit hard, man. They hit hard. It's just about teaching. You know, not everybody got the time, man. And that was Enrique's issue. He didn't have the time to put into the gym to learn the technical skills that he needed to learn. But yeah, man.
Yeah, Troy Killican with a super chat that says super chat. That says that's the new dudes. James Toney is the key.
Yeah, but there's only one James Toney. You know what I'm saying? Like that, and that's what I'm trying to say. Which style is more effective? The one where you could only relate to a few slick black fighters like Sweet Pea, James Toney, Floyd. I mean, not really Mosley. Mosley get drug into some slugs. Like
slugs,
you guys gotta tell me who else, but you know, there's not a lot of Mexicans. they be having success with that style, man.
I
Maybe
was
not at the
watching
highest
Morales
level.
Barrera 1 and 2, and I'm like, damn, these guys just kept throwing punches, man. Like,
them
yo.
Them fights be crazy, man. When you got a guy that's like ready with that type of tank, I don't know, man. That's a fight. That's a fight. But anyway, let me get back to these calls, man. We done went on.
So your toughest fight would have been who? Sorry, before you go. Out of your 4 fights, your toughest fight from your standpoint would have been who?
The toughest fight is still the same one that's tough. That's the only one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it was mainly because of the whole headgear situation. You didn't get a chance to touch him the way you wanted to.
Listen. Mitty was there. Mitty could tell you how small that ring is. Everybody follows Javier Caputillo. You can see the ring. That ring. Matter of fact, greatness knows, because the ring in my gym now is equally as small. I think the one we got in our gym now is smaller than LA, but it's not a ring for competition. That is a ring for inside fighting. But that was the ring that was available to us, right? So when we went to LA, we had a whole nother gym to go to, and that gym got canceled. It was a UFC gym. We should have known. We made plans with a UFC gym because it was big and spacious. We got there. They like, whoa, too many people. They got scared. So Aaron and Hasael took us to that gym. But small ring. I think with more space, I'm a better boxer, man, than most, man. And that's what's gonna kill people. They don't believe it. They think I'm old, but it's ring IQ, man. It's ring IQ. So,
Mitty said, Ness claimed I picked that opponent up for him.
He did. I don't even know. I mean, I guess he just likes to hear the story out loud. So the truth is, I was going to fight a bigger name in the community, right? His name was Mexican Butterbean. He was like 386. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But he can move.
Yeah.
He could move just like Smoke'em Jay. He was on the bag, everything, sparring. He was a friend of Tony G's. We thought they was cousins. Eventually, they was not cousins. But I mean, look, he was fluffy. I feel like it would have been a good fight from a production standpoint because the name Mexican Butterbean, you know, and the height. He was tall. Mm-hmm. So Mitty, you know, he does this. It took me time to respect what Mitty does and value his opinion. Mm-hmm. So because he does this with white collar boxing in the UK, he's like, yo, that's not a good opponent for you. You ain't gonna get the credit. But for me, they were both the same.
Okay.
Honestly, they were both the same. And this is, again, Francis, I was the guinea pig. They were both the same because based off the footage, you know, Hasael looked as bad as he was.
Yeah.
What the footage didn't show is what kind of dog he was. You know what I'm saying? But the footage showed that he's like chin out, that he fight like a girl. So it's like, okay, Mitty, you wildin'. Either one of these dudes, like this dude is a bigger name, more people. He actually, I think he was winning the poll or didn't win or slightly missed the poll and the other dude won. But that's what I did though. They call me the cherry picker. Meanwhile, I'm the first and only dude to fight somebody off the poll. Nobody says who you want me to fight. You understand? Because that's the most dangerous thing is fighting the unknown. You know?
The unknown. Hell yeah. Let me ask you something, man. Going from Supermax to a Morocco Joe for Smoke 'em Out Jay. That's a big difference in style and pressure, is it not?
I don't know. You know, it's funny. You and Do Me feel the same. I think Smoke 'em Jay.
You'll be fine, but I'm saying it's an adjustment. It's gonna be an adjustment.
I know Morocco probably his distance gonna be mad, but I feel like until Morocco Joe shows me he's gonna punch, he's just gonna be a lineman, and you ain't gonna win punch. I mean, you ain't gonna win punch. You ain't gonna win points. You ain't gonna win points shoving. You know that you just said no one's gonna give you points for shoving. You gotta at some point you're gonna have to throw a punch and connect. And, you know.
That's the problem with it.
Yeah.
Well, he said that he's getting with a trainer. He's working it. So I guess he got to show it, right?
Yo, Nestor Cherry Gibbs, says Teddy B. Meanwhile, you ain't fought yet. El Cuque, you ain't fought yet either. All right? You ain't fought yet either. You know? And,
Get it in swing.
Yo, so I guess AJ's a cherry picker too, because how tall is Andy? It's okay for Andy. It's okay for AJ to fight a short dude, but not Ness. You know what I'm saying? Yo, which is funny because you see, look, they ain't calling Smoke'em J a cherry picker.
You're right.
You see what I'm saying? It's
right. You're not lying.
But I learned that from Floyd. Like, they always gonna build up the next dude. You know? Yesterday, it was Zach. You don't even know. It was Zach, your Canadian brethren. Oh, you'll never beat him. He's 26 years old. Look at the muscles. They were showing clips of him beating the bag, and it's like, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? I'm old. Somehow, the underdog gets the win, and still, cherry pick. Meanwhile, over 6 feet. I only fought one dude, 5'8". Or 5'9".
Smoke him out, Jay. Oh, let's smoke him out, Jay, with the eyes. Then he says, Coach Mitty says, against Mitty, I'm going to do it. Coach Mitty says, Smoke him out, Jay. You think you ready for Ness? Don't underestimate Ness. He fought very well against Gus. Teddy B says, I'm fighting at the end of 2021, not trying to catch COVID. Smoke him out, Jay, 350.
Oh, that's who he fighting? He's fighting Smoke him out, Jay?
I guess that's who he trying to get to.
Let me see. I'm gonna have to zoom into your avatar here. See how big you is in this avatar.
Yes, sarcastic. That is the guy that knocked out Supermax. Do you believe that the best version of you was against Gus? Because Mitty does.
Nah.
He just said that's the best version of you.
See, and that was just the first time me coming into my own, you know, feeling a little confident, less I guess anxious, you know, but the training camp I wouldn't say was as good as the Eddie training camp or as good as the Hasael training camp, you know, not even as good as the Zach training camp, but it just, that's what I'm saying. It takes all those fights, I feel like, it did for me, anxiety wise, you know, not losing all your stamina after 1 minute or 1 round because you're in a fight. You know what I mean? I think that takes time. You know, like that's like my main question. Yo, how do you build stamina? How do you like do so many rounds? And it's just like, oh, you just got to get comfortable. You just got to spar. You just got to spar. And that's what I think it is. It's just like after a certain amount of rounds, it just probably goes away, or you start to learn how to deal with it. You know.
He also said he don't think you prepared your best for Bola de Glasa. That's Coach Mitty.
Yeah, that's not true. That's not true.
You would know, so give us insight.
No, again, for Bola de Grasa, I was under 245, and for Gus, I was 245. I was big for 240. I was big for Gus fight. You could see it in my stomach too, which is crazy because again, I did work. I don't underwork, but I'm telling you that because I know my numbers, the LA fight was my best. Because I lost, so, and that's my best in terms of weight loss. After that fight, I decided I don't want to lose that much weight because I was a big dude having to wrestle with an even bigger dude.
Right.
So for the Gus fight, we went to 245, and it was effective. Obviously, the punching power was stronger, but I didn't look good. So for the Eddie fight, I dropped a little bit more.
I love it. I love it. Esteban says, hey, yo, Ness GTO, tell Rob, let go. Today, I'm going to send the dough. I need this.
All right, but I got to see, do he take you, champ? I sent them your footage. I gotta see, do he take you? This is how we do it, man.
Teddy B, Midwest Sports Talk says, I'm 6'2", 295 right now.
Yeah. He said he's gonna come in. He's just working and he don't want to get COVID. I hear him, man.
Coach Mitty, Ness against Gus, you were ready to go for 3 rounds. Against Eddie, you looked good for 1 round. But against Gus, you were good and comfortable all the way.
Negative game plan, Mitty. See, and that's again. Eventually, I gotta retire because I'm teaching.
You can't give up the juice.
I'm teaching people how I do it, and hopefully, it helps you. But Francis, outside looking in, Mitty can say that, and so do we. We look at fights and fighters, and we have our opinion. But the truth be told, first round, I think I scored like 2 or 3 knockdowns, bro. Like, the fuck? I took the second round off.
Completely off.
Completely off. No. If we really watch it, that's not true. The first minute of the round, I won. And then he threw shots which I blocked Charlo style. Watching Charlo Derevchenko, I'm looking like Charlo, catching, or what my coach like to call buttons, catching them shits. You know what I'm saying? And they somehow gave that round to him. But again, second round, I took off. Third round again, put the pressure and got another knockdown. Like, legitimately in the second round actually is when the ref looks at my corner. The round that they gave Eddie is the round that the ref is like, should I stop it? But asking my own corner because my corner happens to be the only legit ref. So believe me, my fights always get some bullshit. If that would have been Steve Willis, it would have been over. Eddie even said it in his post fight, like, I thought they was gonna stop it. I was done in that second round. But somehow the haters, and this is what I tell you, you gotta live through my mistakes. You down a round. Like a round where I got a knockdown into the ropes and they like, yo, should we stop it? I lost on everybody's scorecard. So be careful, man, what you get into.
Teddy B says, nah, Ness got a nasty jab. I just like fucking with him.
Bruh. And that's another thing. It's crazy, Mitty. I mean, thank you anyway, right? Like, fuck it. But like, I felt so much better in the Eddie fight because I copied the Fury jab and the feint, and it worked, man. It was on, bro. Like, I set him up with that feint and that jab so much that it would, and like I said, I tell dudes, again, giving up mad info, but I always tell y'all, like, yo, don't just try to fight, like, try to think of someone, right? So like, I'm like, okay, Mayweather stab jab, boom. So I'm hitting him to the stomach with the jab, hit him to the stomach with the jab. Then eventually I feint the jab to the stomach, turn it to a hook, drop him, score a knockdown with the left hook. Like, bruh, hell no. I think that last fight was my better fight. Plus, he was more experienced. Yes, he was smaller, but he was more experienced. He had 5 legit amateur fights, understands boxing. You can see his last fight with Mofongo defensively. He's just better, moves better.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, with Gus, it was another wild fight. He was just a bigger dude and strong. But he wasn't, I don't think he was technically there. And It's funny that he likes that fight, though. That's the fight, dog. All I watched was like Andre Ward, Chad Dawson over and over. Okay. Wow. Yeah, because Gus is a southpaw. So he was the Chad Dawson, and fucking Ward would do like jab, then he would go jab, then straight right, come up with the hook. Killing him.
Yo, let me just get to these guys real quick. Mitty said that's the misconception of weight loss. Again, the most weight loss doesn't mean the best preparation or performance. Did you agree or disagree with that? Cool.
Hold up. What you say? Where is that? Here it goes. Mitty says what?
That's the misconception of weight loss. Again, the most weight loss doesn't mean the best preparation or performance. So meaning that
Yeah.
Too much weight doesn't mean you're gonna perform better.
And that's what I'm saying. I agree with you. So when I thought I was at my best, because I ran my most miles, I lost my most weight, was LA. But we realized as a team, like, that wasn't a good weight for me. I'm giving up too much weight, you know? Luckily, the power was still there and I got the knockdown. Or if not, it would have been an even worse fight. You know what I mean? It would have been a robbery or I would have lost, you know? So, yeah, I can't be 217 no more. But, yo, Mitty over here making it tough on me this show. Meanwhile, I reached out to him like a week ago trying to get some help. I mean, I need to give him information, though. I got to find one of those machines to give me my BMI, mass body index, whatever. Yeah. I need one of those machines. If not, I'm going to order the $50 scale because Doomy got one that does it via scale.
Tells you the BMI.
Yeah, and then I could give that to Mitty. I could give that to Mitty and get a better calorie intake, because I feel like sometimes I might be under eating because I work out so much, you know? But anyway.
Me too, because I be dealing with that same problem. But let's got a few that we're just gonna run through real quick. It's not super chats, but Big Nick says, I saw Ness' most recent footage on the heavy bag, and he clearly been watching old AJ footage. Hella short shots on that bag.
Man. I mean, if anything, I was just very tired. It was the end. And like I said, I'm a numbers guy. I got to get my numbers, man. So, you know, got to jump on that bag.
Love it. They want Bishop
that
back.
Big ass bag, yo. That bag is like a 800 pound. It's a huge, like 6-7 foot bag. It's crazy. And it is... it just absorbs, yo. It feels like it's draining you. Like you just punch it and it just like, oh man, it sucks the life out of you. It's pretty dope.
Everything. I love it, man. I love it.
Bishop only wants Supermax, man. Bishop wants Koala, but we haven't gotten any footage from Koala. Supermax or Santiago. He was thinking he'll come back to Border Wars 10 for Koala, and he'll fight Koala at cruiserweight. I wonder how Bishop at 46 would look losing 15 pounds.
Bro, he probably, yo. We didn't see any, like, you know what I mean, those skins. We don't know, like, yo. He probably can make it though.
No, obviously he's not gonna ask for the fight if he can't make it. That man is very serious and responsible.
He definitely is.
Let me get back to these callers, man. We kept them waiting. Hopefully now you guys have a nice gist of what the show's about, and you can let us know. J-Mac, I think you ready? Guess not. Sal, talk to me.
It's an Iron Sal.
Yeah. I don't know how iron he is. Yo, Iron Sal, where you on your way to Vegas getting that work?
Yo, I'm on my way to the gym. We're going to meet up with Robert Ortiz, Eddie, and Caesar.
Ooh,
damn,
he get that work.
Yo, why y'all leave Smoke 'em Out Jay out? He ain't no Vegas boy.
Hey, man, I don't know. I mean, whoever. I'm the out-of-towner. They got to get it together. You know, whoever wants to come. I can't set that up.
Hey, Smoke 'em Out Jay, if you want that work today, you better text me so I could text the people to get you in communication. Yo, so you think Robert Ortiz gonna spar you? You know, let me tell you something, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Well,
if you spar him, you might not fight him. And if you spar him, he might want to fight you. So it's a gift and a curse.
Well, we'll see.
Because look,
he
sparred Mitty, and he don't want to fight Mitty. He sparred Jose, and he's only.
Hold on, he said no call, man. Smoke 'em Out just said no call. Don't worry, Sal, you gonna get your call. But he said nobody called him. What's going on, Eddie?
Yeah. Smoke 'em Out Jay. Text Eddie, man. Text Eddie. Don't worry about it. Don't ever take offense, man. Closed mouth don't get fed. Yo, Iron Style, you got hella background. Like you ain't got no wireless earbuds. Shout out to wireless earbuds. J Hawker, what up?
Hold on.
Yeah, smoke them
All
out,
right,
Jay.
all right, I'm on.
Don't
It's
worry
because I'm trying
about.
to find this gym, man. I don't know where it's at.
Don't worry about that no call shit, man. You better call them. That's how I do. Yo. Do me be like that. Be like, yo, coach, you think I could? Man, I'm like, yo, you better ask him.
Closed mouth don't get fed, man.
Straight up, man. I ain't in no gym that I don't get pad work from the coach. I don't care if I'm paying you or not. Let's go. I want that work. Coach, can I get that work?
I think I just pulled up to the gym, man. I just see it right now. I'll see if Robert wants to get some work. I just know one thing. He said that there's no recording, so I mean, there's that.
What you mean?
Yo, you a fighter, bro. You gotta study your footage. How you gonna say nah? You cool with that? Tell him that there's no recording. You only want to work with Eddie then.
It don't matter. Man, it don't matter to me, man. Whatever I come to get, he said he's going to do some power with Casamayor, so we'll see what's up, man.
Listen to me, brother. Listen to me.
What's up?
That dude has been knowing Border Wars for 10 seasons and never fought, man. I'm telling you right now, if you don't record it, he's using this to feel you out. You could potentially be an opponent. I'm just keeping it real. He only wants to fight dudes that he knows.
Yeah. Well, then, we'll have to record it then if he wants to do it that way.
I'm telling you, man. Talk to Mitty. He sparred Mitty. He won't fight Mitty. He sparred Jose. He only want to debut versus Jose. He's scared of Cruz. He won't fight Cruz. On his first fight, he won't. As big as you about to see how big he is in real life. You never met him, right?
Nah, never.
All right. Wait till you meet him in person and call me back, and then you'll be like, damn, he's scared of Cruz? And ask him why he's scared of Cruz, too. He never even met Cruz and scared of Cruz. That's crazy, bro. How you, man? I can't, man. People terrible. But anyway, that's a whole nother shit.
Well, it should be cool, man. It should be cool to link up with these guys, man. I've seen some of Robert's stuff.
Nah, he's good,
like I'm saying,
he's
good. He's good.
Long,
he's really technically sound.
He's long, he's tall, and he's fast, bro. My last time sparring him, he got the best of me. So now he think he really good.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you this, yo. His little favorite move is left hook, right hand.
Hook right hand?
Hook right hand. He's fast, bro. He's fast and long. He's tall. He's like 6'2", long reach. But his favorite move, if he gets warmed up, he's going to be doing left hook, right hand, down the pipe, and he's fast. So, just know.
Yeah.
Big fast,
all right,
champy.
Then. Well, I mean, everything's going beyond that, man. Everything's going good, man.
All I'm saying
focused,
is go
even
harder.
On vacation.
Go harder on Ortiz than you do on Eddie, motherfucker.
Well, Eddie's supposed to be pulling up anytime soon too, so we'll see once we all get linked up.
You got to go harder on Ortiz because he's better. You understand?
Yeah.
He's better physically too. It's like if Eddie ever lose the weight, his skill will be better. He'll be able to defensively do those moves better. But Ortiz, yo, you know what? You should try to get on the inside on him. He pretty long, man. Rip his ass.
Yeah, I know, man. This ain't my first time sparring somebody that's tall.
They're not gonna let you record, man. Yo, if you don't record, I'm done with you, man. What type of shit is that, man?
Like, damn, you done with me just for not recording?
Right, because you're supposed to be a fighter. Imagine Shakur being told he can't record. What the fuck? Like, what fighter's gonna be like, yeah, I can't record. Me and my team, we going to camp for a fight, and we're not gonna study. Like, that's what you're telling me to do. You telling me, yeah, you can train with me, but you can't study? Man, get your ass out of here and get out of my camp then. What I need you for? Like,
hey, man, I'm a guest there. You know what I mean? Robert's over here paying all the fees for me to get in and do all that.
Sign an NDA then, make you sign an NDA if that was it, man. Non-disclosure agreement.
He ain't paying shit, man. Nah, but fuck it though. That is a world-class experience to get some pad work with Casamayor, man. Hey, smoke him out, Jay. Did you text? They about to get that pad work with Casamayor.
All right, hey, I'm gonna catch up with you guys, man. I'm already here, man. You guys stay up, man. Hey, good show. I'll listen to the rest when I get back, and everybody better be training. I see, hey, Francis, real quick. I see you working, man. It's real good, man. Running in the snow, man. I'm proud of you, for real.
Yo. I appreciate you, man. Keep your head up, man, and stay injury free, right?
Yes,
Mission
sir.
Impossible. Mission Impossible. What up? What up? What up?
The boogeyman at cruiserweight. What up?
Yo, you're gonna have to come back to me.
No problem. Yo, how many fights? He got 2 fights?
Yep.
Mitty.
Nobody don't want to smoke with the cruiserweight boogeyman.
Mitty. Oh, we can't do nothing there, man. We can't. I was gonna say damn. I was gonna say Cruz. Cause Cruz been fighting that cruiserweight.
Cruz turned down the fight twice. I told you that.
Maybe because there's nothing on the line. I get him. It's like Sean Porter. I'm not fighting Jaron Ennis, but if Jaron Ennis brings him a world title, will he fight Jaron Ennis? You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what it's about, but can't even do that. Marvin holding up the division. Nah, Marvin, do your thing, champ.
Hey, yo. Hey, listen. I just got to go ahead, man. I just want to tell you something, man. I got a new signee to Next Up Promotions, man. Welcome to Queen City Cobra, man. Anthony Edwards is on the Next Up Promotions. You already know.
That's crazy. Meanwhile, I got him the biggest fight of his career. That was me. It's all good. I see.
Come on, show some love. Was that cruiserweight? Cruiserweight, Brandon.
Yeah, yo, cruiserweight, man. Eric
Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. And Adrian is gonna be a good fight.
Oh, now because
no. From before.
It's a good fight.
No. From before, because yo, I remember I watched Dan the Man and Adrian fight. Adrian punches in combinations. Like midi, not like midi, but close. Like he punches in combinations. And you know what I'm saying, he's fast, man. He's slick. So it's gonna be a good fight, man. It's gonna be a good fight. You know what I'm saying? Because Ant's not gonna stand there like Dan did in front of Adrian. Adrian gonna have to find him.
Garcia, what's up, brother? Good to see you back, man. Yo, we got a fight for you, man, because you got a little bit of experience and you fight at 160 and 168. We got Corey.
Corey fight for him, right?
Yeah, we got the Corey fight or the Esteban fight. So, yes, Border Wars 10 is booked. We're leaning towards Tampa. We got a few gyms. We got Sweatbox with Xander Yaez. Kevin Cunningham's, which is not in Tampa. It's all the way on D-Ray. That's like over there, man, off the 95 side. So, but, we still got to lock in with Pedro Diaz. He's in Croatia, Got another one in Orlando. Big heavyweight. My man's in Michael Polite Coffee is in Orlando. And then Willie Monroe. I really want to do it with Willie Monroe, honestly. I sent him everything, and he's like totally into it. He's like, oh, I definitely got to show up to one of these. And I'm like, yes. So I want to do it with Willie Monroe. But, yeah, man.
Hey, Mitty, man. You better cut that out, man. Don't be putting smart on my name like that, Mitty. Stop that. You better cut that out, man. Big time promotion over here. Just because you don't know, that's your problem. He said Ness is my advisor and I'm his promoter, man.
They called you Eye of the Tiger.
You better get in here with that, man. Yo,
they called you Eye of the Tiger. That's the one that
Yo, you can listen. Don't dish it if you can't take it. I'm gonna tell you that right now, man. Cause this shit coming down the hill fast, bro. This shit like shit rolling out your leg. You better be careful.
Yo, what's the Canadian that got knocked out, man?
Which Canadian? In Border Wars?
No, in real life, in boxing. Lemieux. That's why he said I had a Tiger. He said you had a Tiger promotion. That's who Lemieux signed to. Showcase says I'm off this week, Ness. What up? I sent you my cell number on IG and email. On IG, you did? Let me see. Hit me up again on IG right now. But yeah, man, if you come down here, bro, you could get it with us. We work a day. Garcia says, I'm down for whatever, just trying to make sure this shoulder gets right, and I got to get approved for my vacation time. All right, so let me know, man. We 63 days out, and Esteban doesn't have an opponent. I'm going to put his link in the chat if you want to see Esteban's footage, because he's looking for a fight. He could do 168 to 175. We got Twin. He's looking for a fight. He can do 147 to 154. We got Corey. He could do 140 to 168. We got man, you know why I haven't gotten this dude's name? I keep calling him Carlos Boy. Fuck, I haven't even posted his footage. I gotta get to that. Let me see. How could I find this dude's name in my shit? J-Mac, let me get to you real quick. What up?
Yo, can you hear me?
I hear you.
J-Mac, what up?
Yo, next up promotions, huh? Hey, that's what's up. That is what's up. Y'all signing with a guy that don't know what he doing, man. But I ain't gonna hate because we ain't got J promotion. I mean, shit. Just take a few. I already got some good wins on there, so. But I ain't trying to go that route. Nah, I like what Supermax doing, man. I've been maintaining communication with him. The man just focused. So he definitely trying to accomplish some goals. I think that that upset last time pretty much put things in perspective for him, and he just been focused and dedicating on accomplishing things that he needs to take care of. So, I mean, let's see. We'll see in March what it is and what it ain't. I definitely turned it up and start working with them dudes harder than I do, because accountability is something that could be mentally like gained by yourself and also pushed by your coach and what have you. And I want to win. I don't want to lose. Shit. So at the same time, as much as it's more about them winning than me, but at the same time, let's just mix it in together. And took tough losses both in Matt and Supermax last time, but I don't think they planning on losing that much going forward.
Yo, can I ask you about that exercise? Like, you think that'll work for him? Like, if he could be like, cause you his coach, maybe he'll do it if you ask him. You know what I mean? But like 10 times, get off the floor 10 times. Like, he was knocked down.
We can do that.
He was
That's
knocked
a good
down,
suggestion,
and
but
we never even seen him try to get up. So like, we got to make sure he could get up off that floor.
I mean, I got ways to incorporating. You gotta add some burpees in it. You can do all kind of things to getting up, getting down. But I mean, it's a good
pretty
suggestion.
big to be doing burpees.
It's all kind of ways. Exercising. Just when I say a burpee, don't mean you can't make an adjustment for somebody. Limitations in their body and stuff like
so
that.
You
could
saying
just
like not
switch
jumping
around.
You saying like not jumping?
Yes.
You just like throwing your hands in the air. Throwing the hands in the air when you stand up. Okay.
Exactly. I talked to Supermax and I asked him about his limitations, not just off of the shit that he don't want to do. I just talked to him about his body and his limitations, because certain things that his body just not ready to perform and do. So I don't just make him do shit. And so what I think I have pretty good conversation in doing that, plus my expertise and what I understand about training. Not saying I know everything. I know enough to know what I need to be doing with Supermax. We just gotta pick it up some notches.
Yeah, I just figured that would
Corey, Frank, and Matt.
Hell no, Corey, Frank, and Matt. Nah, Matt ain't fighting this one. I wish he was.
Oh, okay.
I wish he was fighting this one, man.
I heard that. I hope I wasn't hearing it correctly. Like, I hope I didn't hear that. That's what I thought I heard.
Nah. But yeah, man. I don't know. Look at the twin footage. Maybe Matt and Twin, man. Matt and Twin, maybe.
I look at the twin footage before it's Keem and that was Marvin y'all had on, right?
Yeah, that was Marvin.
Yeah, I heard Marvin been working his ass off. Tell him to definitely keep working. Keem working hard too, man. I'm definitely proud of Keem. I know I started off in the beginning not too certain, but it was just coming from another perspective because he told me something when we was talking, and I'm like, okay, but like you didn't do that shit last time, so you saying it's easy? Show me how easy it is. And I've been inspired, definitely looking at how Keem been training and stuff he been showing me, and what you call them, like just sending me the clips and what have you, and all that. So I'm looking forward to this fighting March. Definitely looking forward to this fighting March.
Go ahead, Ness.
Yeah, no, me too, man, me too. I ain't gonna front though, based off the footage that they both put in the chat yesterday. See, and you can't really compare, but you forced to, right? Cause one is doing all right hands, the other's doing all jabs, but I'm also looking at how that punch is being delivered. You know what I mean? Marvin got the little bounce. Actually, I'm gonna share the footage to spice things up. Let me spice it up a bit.
Why you sharing footage? Let me ask J-Mac. J-Mac, are you a coach that believes in cheat meals or cheat days for morale boost, or you just want to stay dedicated to the task?
I'm a coach that believes in doing whatever does work for you. But I will tell you this though, if you know, like I heard somebody say drinking a soda, let's say that's like a junkie. I had to get off sodas because once I had one, it's all she wrote and shit. And that's something I challenged myself, like talking to a few guys on the back call. I said I'm gonna cut that out because that's always been an issue with me with drinking sodas and stuff like that. Packs on a lot of weight from the sodium and all that stuff, plus some of the sugars.
Oh, yeah, a lot of sugar in soda.
Just the shit that's horrible in it. So I definitely cut it out, and I'm still on track. I challenged a few other guys to some things, and I don't know where they at with it, but I'm on it. But definitely, you should. I'm gonna say this. Ken V said it best. Ken V said, "See, people live to eat." Well, he actually said, "Y'all live to eat. I eat to survive." And I never heard it put like that. And that kind of challenged my mentality to start saying, man, I got to take charge of this shit. Like, I get accustomed to life, having 4 kids. I'm not no out of shape truck driver. I mean, I maintain from the stuff off and been able to do actively all my life, boxing, lifting weights and shit like that, just being athletic. But being that I didn't slow down, things didn't change drastically. So it's always an excuse why I can go ahead and just submit to eating this, submit to eating that, and all that and stuff like that. But when you change your mentality and you find ways to challenge yourself, like you got no business eating this or drinking this, especially if you ain't as active as you want to. So like I said, some people want to keep living eating to survive. I mean, eat to live, meaning you need that food. You're gonna run after that food. You're gonna eat it conveniently. You're gonna eat it when it benefits you, or you're gonna eat to survive. The people that eat to survive is gonna maintain that discipline, that mindset it takes to be great, and just not allow the food to overcome your mind and say you gotta have this or what have you.
You know what's funny about that? We have a saying in Jamaica, Jamaican term. That's I'm gonna tell you. It said, "Don't take your teeth and dig your grave." Yeah, that don't eat yourself to the grave, man. Slow down.
All right, I'm gonna screen share this footage. J-Mac, thanks for calling in. Take a look. I'm actually gonna try and do this way, right? So that wait. I can actually, let me see something here, fellas. Let me see something here. Click that, bring that. Now we gotta go here. What's really good with my man Francis? Yeah. Yo, when we getting some footage though? Like all we getting is jogging footage from you. What's going on? Like,
yeah, you get some footage.
You gotta meet the rules, man. Like your opponent needs to see stuff from you. And you like a host, you're supposed to do more. Like you can't be on that, when he show, I show, like, yo, I did whole vlogs to build this up. Every day. I would record everything every day. There's gems in those blogs too, let me tell you. People fell asleep. They wasn't paying attention. All right, so we're going to try and do it this way.
Right. So one guy is hitting straight jabs and one is hitting right hands. That's what we're showing you the footage of. The main event, Border Wars 10. You know what I'm saying? The champ, Marvin the Tank Furman, taking on Keem the Dream.
That ain't work.
The
All
Puerto
right,
Rican Big Daddy.
Let me do it this way then. Fucking bullshit.
Rico, El Salvador, in Florida. You gotta love it. Tank is El Salvadoran, right?
Who? Tank?
Yeah.
Yeah. Salvadoreño.
I gotta love it, man. You gotta love it, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up button and the subscribe button. It does help with the visibility and the growth of the show. Shout out to that one white boy. Shout out to Showcase. Shout out to everybody out there, you know what I'm saying, on their journey to make it to Border Wars 10 safe and put on performance. Go ahead, Ness.
Here we go. I think regardless, even though I did all this shit, you still gonna have to wait 15 seconds, even though I'm doing it this way. Like,
yeah.
I don't think you get to see it. Regardless, I think you have to wait, right? You don't see it yet. Yeah, you gotta wait over there. So, obviously, see, this is what I like. Like, Marvin is looking snappier. He's looking tighter, right? Fresher. You know, I don't know. This pop on them jabs. He's you know, he's flinging them. It's not like, you know, he's looking like he's also giving you head movement. He's showing you like, I'm not just a novice doing heavy bag work. My head is moving off the line. I'm bouncing on my feet. I'm bending at the waist. I'm giving a feint, you know. You're supposed to do on the bag what you do in the ring. How you hit the bag is how you fight in the ring. And if you just in one spot, well, that's who you're going to be in the ring.
The ring,
you
right.
understand? And I just like what I see from him. You know, he's only working on jabs here, but he looks good. Good in and out. Good foot movement. You know, no crossing of the feet. You know, constantly moving, not staying in front of the bag. See, even when he throws the jab, head off the line. Little things.
Yeah.
And again, snappy though. The punches are snappy. When's the deadline? For sure, I was going to fight my last opponent with his shoulder cause I knew I could beat him. I'm going to fight somebody better. I'm going to need these hooks and straight rights. The deadline is January 31st. Let me put the link in the chat for your for one of the possible opponents. I mean, a lot of the stuff is already free on YouTube too. Corey's fight is on YouTube. Who else is on YouTube that you might need to look at? We'll wait, Garcia. We'll wait. I'm gonna put Mulatto just in case you could do 85. If you could do 85, that's Mulatto right there. And then this is Esteban right here.
And Corey's already on YouTube.
And here goes Sean, because I know you got a cousin. Here goes Sean in case your cousin wants that cruiserweight work. What else? We got...
Who else we got? Yeah.
Huh?
I said, who else we got?
Available to fight, you mean, or on the line?
No, available to fight for Garcia.
For Garcia, I mean, it depends. He needs to tell us the weight. In the meantime, JT, you talking or just listening?
JT.
Greatness. What up?
The Southpaw Killer.
How we living, y'all? How we living?
We
blessed.
Living, man. Blessed.
Thank you. How you doing?
That's blessed. That's what I like to hear, man. Blessed, man. This show is blessed, man. That's all I've been hearing, man. All I'm hearing is knowledge, man. These are the type of shows that I like. These are the type of shows that keep me up with tuning in with TBV, man. I was waiting for a show like this where we talking about health and we keeping it at the forefront. So definitely, I'm on that wave where we out here trying to defeat our bad habits and change our habits and ultimately, heal our bodies. You know, so as far as that potatoes, yes, man. You know, we also got to think about nutrition as we losing the weight as
Oh,
well.
of course,
Yeah.
of course. That's why I said that I took his article and just used the potato as my base. Like that's my, that was only my like my side, right? I would still have my meat and still have like broccoli, but it was all potatoes. It
Nah,
worked.
say less, say less. And yo, you know what, Ness? We stood next to each other, man. Yo, you get rid of that meat, yo. You gonna look like one of them dudes that you belong in the NBA or something. Like people gonna run up on you, like, yo, you play for
I
the
don't
Knicks or
wanna I don't
something.
wanna be too thin, man. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And look, and that's how I lost all that weight. But I don't want to be too thin, man. I want to get with Mitty so that I could be like 245, not fat.
But
245
yo,
with no stomach.
but you gonna have to work on your legs though, man. You got you and I like we got like the athletic basketball lean type bodies.
My legs will never change. That's genetic. Look at Wilder. Wilder got a strength coach and he work our legs. Them just that's just like that. It's natural. I'm
I
always
mean,
gonna
shout
be
out.
thin.
You and I both know Wilder say he don't run. You
Nah,
don't like
but he
to
do
run.
sprints. He do sprints. He do sprints. And
And
I
he more
ran.
than that.
And I ran
He more,
again. I ran many different camps. Remember this is not my fifth camp. I ran. So I'm
that
just doing what works for me.
message for
Better.
Bordeaux is strive for greatness. Work them legs out, man.
Ah,
Work them legs out.
that's what I'm telling you. For the Gus fight or for the Eddie fight, I had a strength coach and I did do squats.
Hey, greatness.
Yes,
How
yes.
how was that? How was that work with Doomy and Ness? Because I heard it from his standpoint, but I want to hear from your standpoint. How was the work?
I'll start off just by saying, yo, language is important. You dig what I'm saying? And that's something that Doomy has, man. Doomy, I definitely Doomy. Shout outs to you. I don't know if he did, but I encourage Doomy definitely to continue on training or whatever because and stay in that realm because he got that language, man. He know how to train. He know how to talk to a competitor, and I felt like. I felt extremely comfortable, and the lessons that he was teaching me, the combinations, certain tricks, so forth and so forth on balance, especially, I understood every word that he said and it translated.
Beautiful. Listen, greatness, man. Thank you for calling in. Hamilton, trying you one more time. All right. Well, we're going to end it. I do have a 3:30. Gentlemen, to the next one. Garcia, that's all the links right there of available fighters. I even sent Twin. I sent Jordan Baker. Everybody there that's available. Some aren't. Some aren't. Not all of them are there, but that's a few for you to.
You said two other Garcias that want to bang.
Yeah,
what weight
yeah.
they want to be at?
What weight?
That's
What weight,
good.
man? What weight? That's what we need to know. But get with me on Patreon or Instagram, brother. Because we got to lock it in, man. It's January 9th. Deadline is January 31st. Let's go. Let's lock these in. And listen, don't forget, our last Border Wars fighters received headgear, received 16-ounce brand new Everlast gloves and Everlast headgear. The headgear was the Evercool. They received, the Austin Trout shirts, Marlon So Icy Sim shirts, RX, WBC shirts. Marvin obviously got the WBC shirt, being the WBC champion. So, man, do not think that you're going to leave empty-handed. Our winners received WBC pins in the last one. Plenty of stuff that's going to be given out this season because I'm telling you, it's only going to be bigger. I can't wait to announce it. And once we do, we in there. Coach, man, I got to fight for you, champ. I got to fight for you. We got a heavyweight talking about he going to take it over. And he's got 20 fights or some shit like that. You know, some killer. We gonna throw you at him real quick. You know what I'm saying? He's a murderer. Yeah, nah, he ain't got 20 fights, but I think he got like 11, something like that. I don't know. We also got Jordan Carter, who got like 8. But yeah, man, I gotta go. Catch us on the next one. You already know. Peace.
Yeah, for sure, man. Next up, Sports Talk, NEXUPs, IG, Twitter. Catch you on the next one. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, there's real belts for the champion, Esteban. The champions have real belts. Yes, sir.
They certainly do.
Peace.